Man, the view here is so freaking pretty. It's so gorgeous. Oh wait, sorry, wrong framing. There it is. It's so pretty. I mean, look at the hair, the eyes, so pretty. Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Omer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail. And I'm going into today's episode with a bit of nervousness, and I think it's because like we've already started here with the story of like Saridra and Hysilens and continuing on with the story of Lygus and our own characters as well. It really does feel like there is a... Oh, that's a nice shine on those rocks there. Look at that. It really does feel like there is a lot of like really... There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And I feel like it's one of those things with a character like Saridra and the words that are being thrown around here and the vibe we're getting from this world. As I said last time, we're coming into this fully knowing that like we don't know Saridra as a character and we don't know Hysilens fully as a character, but we're getting to know them. But we do know that there is like a strange like, I wouldn't say claustrophobic, but I'd say it's more like a feeling of like that the world is very like tight in a way, where it feels like it's very Saridra's way or the highway in a lot of cases when it comes to this stuff here too. And with the word tyrant being thrown around, with the word autocratic being thrown around, with there being a rebellion, with there being a willingness from Saridra to do anything, it seems, to see what is beyond the sky, I definitely think that there's a chance at some point in the story something's going to come to a head and something's going to get very dangerous, something's going to get very terrifying. And honestly, like, it will be well written. It's Honkai Star Rail. It will be an amazing scene. It's Honkai Star Rail. It will be an amazing story. It's Honkai Star Rail. You know, whatever it is we see here, even if it's just a conversation between two people, it's going to be really incredible. But that doesn't change the fact that I am nervous about the situation that's happening here. Let's talk to Cyrene and then go to the banquet.
It's been a long day. We should get some rest now.
Hell yeah.
Yes, let's get ready for the banquet.
Yeah, like, we're coming into this fully knowing that, like, there's some terrifying things happening here, and...
Look, the venue's right ahead.
Oh, they have it in the Grove. That's pretty cute. And there's also, like, a lot of people that are clearly unhappy. There's people that are very determined to get beyond the skies. There's people willing to do anything to get beyond the skies. There's people who are getting executed. It's a terrifying situation, but at the same time, too, it's so interesting. Like, you know what I mean? That's Honkai Star Rail, where it's like, man, this is the Honkai Star Rail for me. Man, that's kind of dark. Okay, next page. Let's see what's happening next, because it's like intriguing but also like terrifying. You know what I mean? That's Honkai Star Rail for me. That's always my Honkai Star Rail. Okay, Imperator's Grove of Epiphany. Imperator.
And I can even hear singing. It feels so romantic.
Yeah. Can I hear singing? We hear music for sure. I'm excited about this, man. Again, I'm excited but nervous about this whole story. I mean, that's Honkai Star Rail. That's always been Honkai Star Rail. Excited but nervous. Oh my god, there's like a little bonfire as well.
Guests, wait here for a moment. You must surrender any personal belongings you have on you before entering the venue.
No, you. Take off that helmet, bud. What are you hiding under there?
This hero always brings down the vibe whenever he shows up.
He does. You're so right, Cyrene. He is a mood killer.
The Imperator's elevated position means she must always remain meticulous and careful. Please do as I say, guests. It would avoid any unnecessary misunderstandings.
And this is one of the biggest problems of like this current version of Akuma, is that like it's a continual thing of like this. That phrasing describes everything about this place to me, which is, do as I say and there'll be no issues, right? Because the way they always say it always makes it sound like it's a really like unbelievably reasonable request. It's like, hey, you know, as I said, the analogy you used last time is like having a friend who like is like, hey, dude, as long as you don't piss me off, I won't, you know, kick you in the head. It's like, so okay. It's like, I know you have the capabilities of doing this. I know you might do this if I piss you off a little bit. I have to like walk on eggshells around it. You know what I mean? So I do think it is a situation here with that as well, where it's like, yeah, you'll be fine. Just do as you're told. It's like, okay, but like the consequences still seem very like crazy.
I get that you don't want people to bring outside food into the banquet, but is it really necessary to confiscate the books and quill pens?
Yeah, don't be doing that.
Even a quill pen can become a deadly weapon in the
For you,
right
maybe.
hands. I'm asking for all your items. All, Miss Cyrene.
Even the quill?
Your belongings will remain safe. They will be looked after appropriately by dedicated staff.
Looked after appropriately? Dedicated staff? Talk about a vague choice of words.
Yeah, he definitely like I feel like a lot of the phrasing that's used in Alchema, as I said, is very like close to the chest, and it's used in a very like fanciful way of describing things that shouldn't be that like fanciful.
It seems like he's aiming specifically for the chronocognitive anchor. What should we do?
Are you serious? I didn't even catch that. I did not even catch it. Go with the plan and hand it to him. What does that your gut tell you? It's so interesting to me because again, like I said, that's Alchema's language. Alchema so far, all the language has been like, dude, it's so fine. Yeah, just kick up your feet there. Just don't get the couch dirty though, because you'll die. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, just put up your feet there. Not that I put feet up on someone's couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what does your gut tell you?
My gut feeling, huh? Why don't we go with their plan and hand over the chronocognitive anchor to be looked after?
That's kind of scary though.
After all, if the little Imperator is paying this much attention to you, she probably already knows all about our whispered conversation with the geniuses. I can pretty much guess what'll happen next.
That's actually kind of scary though. This is scary.
That's actually gonna be our shortcut, right?
Oh yeah?
Guests.
Yes. Yes. Okay, buddy. Jesus.
All right. We'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from us. She can trust my friend. Anywhere, anytime.
It's lovely.
Thank you for your cooperation. The Imperator has some urgent business she needs to attend to and will arrive shortly.
Excuse me, I gotta go pop a few balloons. I saw a few kids with some balloons.
Why don't you head in with the other guests first and enjoy the feast?
Isn't Saridra supposed to be the focus of the banquet? But she's not even here.
Is she gonna make a big grand entrance?
Why is it so
We
difficult
can
to
talk.
talk
Also,
to her?
Hysilens. Sorry, Rini. Hysilens we can talk to is over there as well, but we can also talk to Aglaya and Treeby again. There's a bunch of other characters we can talk to as well. We can talk to Mood Breaker as well over here too, you know? Excuse me, I gotta go to an ice cream truck and tell all the people that it's bad for you. Let's get the worst out of the way.
Is there anything else we can help you with, dear guests? Or do you want me to recount the great Imperator's heroic deeds?
Oh yeah, please. Please do that, buddy.
Hey, Labinas. I managed to get some honey brew that the scholars hid in the cellar. Wanna try it?
Wouldn't this consider be getting drunk on duty? I want some too.
This banquet has a never-ending flow of honey brew.
Oh.
You're welcome to try it and see whether our drinks are as good as those from beyond the sky.
That's like the first human thing you've said since we've gotten here.
Thank you for the offer, but we're more interested in knowing when the Imperator will be back.
Yeah, she has a soul.
The Imperator? Who knows? Maybe she's hiding somewhere, thinking up weird ideas again. If you ask me, she's never treated us soldiers properly, even though we put our necks on the line for her.
So, weird ideas is very interesting, thinking of weird ideas. And she also saying that, hey, you never like treated us soldiers properly. So that means she's not even treating her own troops like properly from the perspective of Seneca. Do you think the weird ideas is the idea of maybe some people still, some people not believing the idea of the stuff beyond the sky?
Hey, I can't pretend I didn't hear that, Seneca. Either retract your statement or duel me.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Fine by me. Attendant, bring us 10 more jars of honey brew. I'm gonna make sure he can't even stand straight by the end of this.
You wish. Be careful you don't get drunk first.
I like Seneca
Actually, there are so many people. We wouldn't be able to find the Imperator even if she were here. I know. Let's look for seats that are raised up higher than others.
You know what's great about this? It does give the vibe of like a kind of like forest kind of like party or like a bonfire party, right? Where like everyone's kind of in different spaces. Like there's kind of like a feeling of like low murmur of music. The beautiful grass. It does have a really nice vibe to it as well. What was that? Sorry, I was just telling her how I really hate the idea of like Diet Coke. Aspartame. Don't start it. Don't start it. Don't start it. He'd be one of those people on TikTok telling you every food is bad. He would be.
Aggie, if you can't get used to the honey brew, we will go ask for a pot and cook some oatmeal for you.
Oh. Again, teacher here. I'm saying on TikTok, but like I only know it from like that guy's YouTube Shorts. I'm a YouTube Shorts guy, believe it or not, and so I know him responding to TikToks on YouTube Shorts.
No need for that. This banquet is just too loud. And nothing and no one here is interesting. I just don't really want to be here.
She's not a fan of the parties, I guess.
Lies. You were pretty energized when you came back from the bath chamber. Let me guess. Are you worrying about someone? About Hysilens? Or Little Cypher? You take everything too seriously. At this rate, life's gonna be real tough for you later on.
Man, don't even say that, Treeby, because again, to their, let's just be honest here, to their like dying breath, in our world, Aglaya did take everything very seriously.
You're the least qualified to lecture me about that, teacher.
It's so, again, the voice acting in this game is so good. The fact that like this is like Aglaya is so bright and cheerful. You know what I mean? Like, and again, it's the same in real life. The years can just break you down. They really can. Not that she wasn't always nice to us, but I'm saying like in terms of like just like the tone of her voice. Are you hesitating? Maybe it's better not to disturb you?
Dear guests, are you here for us? I mean, are you here for Treeby or Aggie?
I love you both.
No. I'm just wondering whether you've seen the Imperator.
The Imperator? No, we haven't.
Our sovereign has always acted however she pleases. Though she gave us ranks, she'd never tell anyone her whereabouts. Perhaps the only thing she tolerates are chess pieces. And the sky reflected upon her crown.
Man, maybe that shows like her ambitions to move beyond this guy as well. But it doesn't surprise me that she does what she wants. Does not surprise me whatsoever.
I see.
It's really interesting having a character that's so, like, again, their words, autocratic when it comes to like the way that they control this world, and so very much meticulous about everything, but they don't really conform to a schedule themselves. You know what I mean? I think it's like, again, it shows like an interesting like flair to the character.
Why do you two look so distressed? That's not what the deliverer should look like. Why don't we have a toast?
Oh my god, we're the honey brew.
While we still have time for pleasure. Here. To the destinies and sacrifices of the next millennium.
Don't ever say the word sacrifices. Don't say destinies to me again. I'm done. Don't say it ever again.
Then we will toast to the tomorrow that will set fate free.
To the flame chase journey to Treeby and Aglaya. Hail to the new world. Yes, I'm okay with this.
Cheers.
Not that I'm against the flame chase journey, by the way. I just like I like it being personal, you know. That's a very sweet moment, having a cheers between some characters that we love too. Very, very, very sweet. Let's see. Who's this?
Oh, that was a bit too much, honey brew.
Apollonius. Oh, this is the dude who was like, hey, you know, there's bodies at the end of the lake, and if you're pretty good, you won't be a body at the end of the lake.
Hello. Welcome to the banquet.
You okay, Virginia? What a lively party.
Ah, so the deliverer is attending this event, as expected. Little Virginia here was just wondering whether she should go find you.
Oh, she wanted to find us? That's kind of nice. Thank you, Virginia.
As the great Imperator's historian, I'm responsible for composing poems and songs for everyone in the Flame Chase army. But I have no idea how I should record myself in the annals.
Interesting question, right? Like how, like that's actually really like, right? Like how do I compose everyone else's story? I talk about everyone's story, but how do I talk about my own story? Since again, the person who recorded the story is an important part of the story too.
Little Virginia is wondering whether you can let slip a hint or two about her future, so she can find some inspiration to write about herself.
This is a very sweet moment. I feel like it's very human, right?
That doesn't sound like a good idea. Besides, we don't even know her in the future. But she'll probably get really disappointed if we tell her that. What should we do?
Tell her bluntly that we can't do that. Give it a roundabout refusal. Make up a white lie. You guys know that I do want to spare people's feelings sometimes, but in this situation, I feel like it's one of those things that, like, you know, I don't know. I was going to be blunt because it's kind of like we have to just be honest. If we give a roundabout refusal, that's just, I feel like roundabout refusals for me upset me sometimes and, like, can make me a little bit peed off, you know what I mean? I'd much rather people just be like, you know, yeah, we can't do that. We just can't. We're not able to do that, you know? And then give the reason for it as well, but, like, it's the kind of, you know, that way where it's like, you know what? I don't think we can because, and they start giving you some, like, you know, kind of like big hubbubaloo, and it's like, dude, just say no, you know? So maybe I might just go with the blunt one.
All right, I got it.
You know, we just gotta be honest here. You know what I mean? You know, like, have you ever been like in a workplace even when like it's like, oh, hey, can we do this or whatever? And then it's like, you know, the dates and like it's just this thing where like, you know, I think that day I'll be like this and like, and you're just like, dude, it's okay just to say no. Just say no.
We can't reveal too much, but I think it wouldn't hurt to start your poem with the future.
The future?
Maybe use something like, with hope, I write down the tale of tomorrow for myself. Silently waiting, day after day, till the moment it fulfills its promise. How's that?
Oh, that's
Is that good?
exactly what I'm after. I'm so inspired.
Oh my god. Virginia's like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like a lot of these characters here are looking towards the future in such a... I mean, understandably so, everyone has to think about their future, right? But I feel like there's not a lot of living in the present in this version of Akama.
Thank you so much. I feel like I can actually finish composing the heroic saga of Flame Chase once we end this campaign.
Okay. He nodded, showing approval of our answers. Pretty good for some improv.
Hey, that wasn't improvised, you know. I memorized it so I could show it off to you.
Oh my god. I love Cyrene and Cell's relationship. They've just gotten closer.
By the way, in return for that, are you able to tell us where the Imperator is?
The Imperator? She usually wouldn't arrive this early. She believes that rulers should stay silent in places where their subjects hold private conversations.
Interesting.
Why don't we have a
And her
toast before
toast?
she arrives? To reason, which is held but not revealed.
To romance.
Heck
Which
yeah,
will surely
Virginia.
echo.
I love that we just have these glasses appearing all the time.
Gray fry. A little sea hare. Please come over and share the delicacies of the deep sea with me.
Oh, that's Hysilens. I was like, because like I don't know what was wrong with my brain there. I was like, you saying that? No, it says Hysilens. So I'm so interested to talk to Hysilens. When I say that like that so many people are looking towards the future, they don't get to enjoy the present. I don't think that's just this version of Amphoreus. I think Amphoreus in general, like people never get to really enjoy. Well, actually, Aglaya worked very hard so the ordinary people of Amphoreus could enjoy the present, right? Same with them, Midamos trying to make his people enjoy the present. Because there's a lot of looking towards the future. We need to get back to Kremnos. We need to finish the Flame Chase journey. I need to find death. I need to do this. I need to do that. And I feel like the Crisis Heirs of our time, at the very least, worked very hard so the people of our time could enjoy the present as much as possible. You know, Aglaya was making sure that people didn't even know about half the stuff, not because she was trying to keep things from people all the time. That's part of it, but it was more just also like, hey, I want this kid to have a happy life and not have to think about the worries of tomorrow, you know? Yeah. Hysilens, of course. I've never complimented her design once. That's lies.
You two
That's
have been
incredible, isn't it?
wandering around the venue as if you have something on your mind. Have the attendants not taken care of you well?
Can I ask you a question? Where'd you get your clothes?
No, we love it here. It's just... we're a little concerned, seeing how the Imperator still hasn't arrived.
Don't worry. I know what you've been waiting for.
Hmm?
Come, sit with me.
I'd love to.
Will you? I'd like to share a personal secret with you.
I'd love to hear more from you, 110%.
See here? This is Fagusa's dew of divine blood.
What?
The sweetest of all the 12 bodies.
Fagusa's Dew of Divine Blood? First of all, the artwork is so pretty as well.
On the night before such a historical event, I'd like to share this marvelous drink with the deliverer.
That's not. Is that the same drink that Aglaya gave us at the time? I can't get over how good her design. It's so crazy. Is that the same drink that Aglaya gave to us? I'm trying to remember back now, because remember Aglaya gave us a Jew as well, right? I'm trying to remember now. Was it golden? Something golden? It was like a divine blood. Was it Fagusa's? We know we did get a divine blood drink, but I'm wondering, was it Fagusa's?
Doesn't this count as bringing in outside food? I knew that security check was targeted at us.
Great insight, Ceremony.
What's the matter, guests?
I love her voice as well.
Oh, we're simply overwhelmed by such an honor.
Are you worried that I might have poisoned the dew? Well then, let me prove my innocence.
To hear her chuckle at anything is so funny too, because again, when she's on duty, she's so serious, you know? Hysilens raised the goblet of honeydew to her lips, deliberately arching her neck so you could watch the liquid descend down her throat as she swallows. The descriptions.
See? It's completely safe.
But then again, I feel like having like very detailed descriptions about stuff is very Amphoreus as well, because like things feel like very much like a storybook fairy tale now, or in a way. Especially with the as I've written stuff too, you know, it is kind of like one big story in a way.
I feel like Miss Hysilens wants to talk to us about something. Why don't we go along with her for now?
I was already going along, if I'm being honest with you, Irene. Then I'll gladly accept. I want a new cup for myself. I shouldn't drink, but that's what it is. What's so funny as well is they've done this before as well, but then they've also been like, yeah, like you're adult up. I think it's just Stella being a gremlin. Like, then I'll gladly accept it. Or maybe it's because Stella's like a creation, like a robot, so she's making a joke. Not a robot, she was reborn. Maybe that's the joke, I guess. Then I'll gladly accept it. 100%. Yeah.
Worry not. Honeydew's not alcohol. It won't get you drunk.
Yeah. Technically, would that be true that technically Stella is like, in robotics not robotics terms, but like vessel terms, she technically was reborn like within the past, like what, 2 years? Technically. You're giving honeydew to a 2-year-old, Hysilens.
On the contrary, it can make your mind even sharper.
The clay cup touches your lips. In the blink of an eye, she is indeed the imperial blade of the Imperator and the swiftest swordmaster in Amphoreus. So wait, what? So they're saying that like very quickly she like just like before we even knew it, she had that cup up to her lips as well.
Please have a taste.
She's so like forward when she's not like, you know, she's like so forward and so like weirdly like charismatic, you know, when she's not like just being soldier Hysilens.
Would you like some too, little sea hare?
Little sea hare.
I can drink it myself.
I love the Stella's just like, yeah, you can feed me the drink, it's fine, you know?
How is it? Sweet enough?
It's not bad. It has a very complex taste. It's not bad.
As long as you like it.
She really is like letting her hair down for like this for this party, right? Like she doesn't like, she's not as like, because when we first talked to her, the first few times we talked to her, whether it was with like Finon, or when we talked to her originally, like when she was like, you know, at the council area where she was like giving orders out, I feel like she was a lot more serious. But I think it's actually a great character trait to show that like when she's not like in her work mode, I guess at that time, she can also just be like very fun and chill and charismatic.
Calm at times, tempestuous at others. That's the taste of the ocean. It'll do you good to understand Fagusa's fickleness before we set off to face their waves.
Fagusa.
Just like how you're about to understand the secrets within this
What are you talking about?
Now, please turn around. Very, very quietly. Don't make a single noise.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What is happening? What? Why would she show us this? Why? What did you do? What did we...
The dew of other gods all intoxicate humans. But the god of banquets do? is an antidote that can awaken humans from a sea siren's enchanting song.
No way, what are you talking about? So we were under some enchantment?
Since the start of this banquet, all the guests have been under the spell of my song.
That's so interesting.
None of
What?
them can see the Imperator in that Fioros.
So why did Hysilens give us this? You know what I mean? Wouldn't they not want us to see them? Or maybe they do want us to. I'm talking about like, wouldn't Saridra not want us to see this?
But you two, I wish for you
What?
to see the truth.
What is happening?
Is this also
That's
what
the question I
Imperator
have.
wants?
Yes, that's the question I have.
This is my personal
Oh my god.
request. I can't bring myself to trust that Fioros.
You're so right as well. So true and based and correct.
The Flame Chase army changed after he descended with Orynyx's divination and brought the prophecy of the stars to Aachen.
So that is confirmed.
His seductive whispers harbor something malicious
Oh,
within
Hysilens.
and will ensnare those of us blinded by ambition.
She's so correct and based and true. She's so right. Like she's so correct. Like I love that she's like she's not blinded by I think the same. And again, I have faith that Saridra has some part of her that like won't. Because my estimation was that like maybe I'm wrong, but like she's not gonna like I think she might see through some of there's a chance she could see through Lygus. But I love that like, you know, there's a chance here that if she is like kind of getting blinded by what Lygus is saying, she's also blinded by her ambition of like leaving this place and going beyond the skies. Hysilens doesn't seem to have that like same type of like blinding ambition. And she's probably like seeing Lygus like right like for what he is. Because the way she describes him here, so true. Right? And oh yeah, and as I say here, like at the idea of like the blinded by ambition thing is like, yeah, it's literally like the idea of I want to go beyond the skies, right? And if you it doesn't matter what it is, but if you have someone who like desires something so badly, so aggressively, and you come to them and give them like some sort of option that does seem viable of them to gain that thing, they probably will try and take it, you know?
You are the deliverers of the prophecy and know about him far more than I do. Perhaps only you can find traces of the truth from his actions and words.
I can just tell you he's evil if you want.
Then we can show the Imperator the right path forward.
Sure, this is awesome, man. I love that Hysilens is like, you know, like figured this out on the side, you know. Well, not figured everything out, but she kind of is like, you know, very suspicious of him. I love that.
But isn't this acting behind her back?
But it's in her best interest.
Amphoreus has become far too weak. Even heroic actions protecting her from harm must be conducted under the water's surface.
Very interesting.
I am the Imperator's blade, and I must clear the way for her while remaining concealed in the torrents.
I agree with this so much of this idea of like, yes, is this going against the Imperator's wishes? Maybe. But in the end, if it's all well that ends well, if she actually does protect the Imperator's life and Amphoreus, she's correct to do so, right? In terms of like what like her job is to be the knight commander of Saridra.
Then, ensure I'm pointing my sword towards the true
Oh my
enemy.
god, kill him now. Do you want to kill him now? You should kill him now.
Can you promise me something, Miss Hysilens?
That you will kill him.
Speak your mind.
My friend has in fact come here to stop that villain's evil scheme.
There we go.
Our goals are aligned.
I adore that we're telling her this.
But as to the decision the Imperator must make, she has no wish to transgress her authority. We just want to tell her everything we know. I believe the Imperator will be able to tell right from wrong.
That's the thing, I also have faith in a little bit that the Imperator like will be able to see through Lygus in some way.
I never doubted your loyalty. I'll pass your words faithfully on
Right?
to her.
But then there's also, as you said, the blinded by ambition thing. Like, again, even if you have faith in someone's like knowledge or determination, you know, everyone has their own weaknesses, you know what I mean?
Provided we can gain the advantage in this tug of war, that is.
We can just kill him right now. Execute him right now.
Now, return to the feast. Bring this cup with you
Stop.
and keep your distance. Pretend you are still immersed in the sea siren's fantasia.
Do you think Lygus will notice something? Because, like, I feel like Lygus is always, like, one step ahead in some ways, right?
And I'll control the moisture in the air. That way, you'll be able to listen to sounds from afar as if you are a whale of the depths and hear every word of their conversation.
She's just like the most like this power is insane, but it's really cool. It's a really cool idea.
I wish you a victory in this first skirmish.
Hell yeah, man. Secret backdoor shady deals with Hysilens. Sign me up. Oh my god.
It's the exciting and thrilling undercover part of the adventure.
Yeah. It's so cool. What was it like? Yeah, like it's one of those things where like that's such a great reveal. The idea that they've been here this whole time, the idea that like they've been under a siren song, but also like Hysilens is kind of like, yeah, my job is to protect Saridra. My job is the best interest of Saridra. I can't just protect her with brute force. I have to do things from under the ocean as well, under the currents, in secret too. And I'm so glad as well that like, because I was like saying like, there's no way that people don't suspect Lygus, right? Remember, I didn't say it in those terms, but I was like, Lygus is like, I don't know, he's like the most like evil character since like, you know, I'm not gonna say maybe specific because I don't want to spoil anything because I think it actually is a spoiler for that game. But there's one character where it's like, I played a game one time and I remember it's just like, how do people know this guy isn't evil? He's going on like this in the game. Ah, yes, we will finally have this, your liege. Finally. And you're like, this guy's evil, you know? With Lygus, he's walking around the place going, yes, you will be able to control this disguise. But you know what the problem is? It's not about good or evil. That's the thing, actually. I should say that. It's not about good or evil. Saridra isn't joining up with Lygus to do for good or evil. It's not about like, oh, two people dead. It's not about who's good and who's evil. The reason why Saridra is joining up with Lygus is because...
Drink your honey, bro. Make sure no one heard that.
The reason why Saridra is joining up with Lygus, or possibly joining up with Lygus, is not because, oh, you're a good person. It's because your aims align with my aims, technically, of wanting to get beyond the sky. Right? And allowing me to get beyond the sky. You know, I don't think Saridra really cares about the whole aspect of like, you know, hey, you're gonna dominate the whole world and conquer it. Maybe she doesn't, because I think she does have like maybe like a desire for conquering. She says she does have like a conqueror's will, right, in some ways, right? We'll see.
Let's mingle in the crowds here.
So Seneca won that contest?
Relax. Try to act natural.
Where's the Imperator? Still not here. That little thing is always acting so high and mighty towards everyone. Today, I will.
Oh no.
Whatever. Pour me another cup.
She does not like the Imperator at all.
Though she has succumbed to drunkenness, she still does not dare challenge your authority.
A criticism of my height is a grave enough insult already. She should be dismembered.
Jesus, dismembered for calling you short?
Do you often test the loyalty of your subjects like this?
You jest. The Imperator does not need blind loyalty. As long as one can prove they have value, I am willing to be lenient towards them.
That makes a lot of sense, because it's like, why isn't Seneca just dead? Seneca's probably said worse than a lot of the people that have already been executed, but it seems that Seneca's very valuable to Amphoreus.
Let's cut to the chase, Theoros. If I pass the trial and grasp this world's law in my hands, what will you do then?
All in good time, Saridra.
The answer.
Oh, he actually said something. Okay.
I will connect Amphoreus with the stars.
That's obviously going beyond the sky as well.
Don't waste my time.
Oh my god.
Be precise.
Tell him.
Be specific. I won't ask a second time.
What's so funny is she has no idea what Lygus is, by the way. This is the most straightforward he's ever been. And he's still being like very like cagey about it, you know what I mean? Like, this is the most straightforward answer he's ever given, you know? If it was us, he would have been like, all in due time, you know?
Allow me to adjust my statement. I will correct the regulations within the old law that sealed off Amphoreus and merge the black tide with the torrents of Era Nova.
So the black tide would also then be something that can be used to go beyond the skies, and as we saw, the idea of like, you know, the stuff of Iron Tomb and like the it's like the idea of he's basically leveling the world outside. It's so funny that because like like Saridra is impatient with the stuff, he can't use his usual like magic stuff, even though like he is still being manipulative. Let's be honest here, he is, but he has to like really walk the line here, for sure.
Then we will be able to decimate the forces beyond the sky that are trying to annihilate Iron Tomb, and sound the trumpet for the endless campaign you will then embark on.
But you previously said that Iron Tomb is unrivaled in power across the stars.
Great question, right?
Who would dare to annihilate it?
Really great question. It's like, hey, like, okay, then who has the power against this?
There is a federation of warships named the Xianzhou Alliance. Warlike and old-fashioned. A cult named the Genius Society.
Cults?
Loosely organized, but steeped in abject insanity. Oh, there's also the Astral Express, a group of lawless vagrants.
Isn't it so funny as well that like the description of these, like, it's so interesting, is like it's not technically wrong in some sort of sense, right? Calling the Genius Society a cult, I'm pretty sure like Dr. Ratio would be like, hell yeah, you know, yeah they are. Calling the Xianzhou Alliance like a warlike and old-fashioned like warships, this is not wrong either. The Xianzhou Alliance has done horrible things as well. They have done horrific things, and they are a gigantic, you know, force. And then calling the Astral Express a group of lawless vagrants. We are lawless, 110%, but that's like a benefit to the world. The fact that we don't adhere to like any one society or country or planet or ruling. It is a benefit to the world that we are lawless vagrants.
That so-called deliverer is part of that last group. Those vagabonds mistakenly believe they can connect the stars through alliances instead of conquest. But history has already given them a tough lesson.
There has been parts of history that obviously have not been kind to the Astral Express, but I will say we helped save Belobog from the IPC, right? Through an alliance with Topaz. We created an alliance between the underworld and the overworld, or helped do that in Belobog as well. We went to Xianzhou and made friends with the people in Xianzhou through the help of the Stellaron Hunters, but we did that as well. We created a whole deal in Penacony that basically saved all of Penacony and its people, and also kept a watchful eye on the people in Penacony as well, through the help of the IPC as well. This whole idea that, like, yes, there has been times where things have gone horrifically wrong for the Trailblazers throughout history, but I also think that, like, it's wrong to say that we haven't shown that, like, true alliances and through at least dealings, and not violence, you can do things. Now, you could say, well, Calvin, you killed Kokoli to get that, and you'd be correct. Calvin, you also fought Fantilia to get that kind of friendship. Yeah, you are correct. Calvin, you also fought Sunday to get to a point where, like, you could change Penacony, and that is correct. But I think there's a difference between, like, a violent act versus full conquest.
There are countless other organizations besides, but when the Lord Ravager sweeps across the cosmos, they will certainly all bow before your empire of destruction.
Yeah, he's just evil, man. Just not a good person.
The Achaemen Alliance is invincible!
Oh, she's very, very drunk.
If those civilizations are not as feeble as you describe, then they may still have some value in testing the quality of my blade. That being said, even the smallest and weakest city-states should build an obelisk to the Imperatrix, so that their people can constantly recall the glory of her conquest.
Do you think that's the thing, is like she wants the conquest where her statues are everywhere? She's kind of like shown to be like this kind of like big figure everywhere. But he's talking, like, I hope she understands, like, he's talking about like leveling this world, returning it to like the Stone Age.
Walk a little longer with me, Theoros.
I don't like how this is going. Our little Imperator seems fascinated by the destruction.
Little Imperator. Yeah, no, she is. She 100% is. As I said, it's not about right or wrong. This is her ambition. It's not about right or wrong at all, even though it is wrong.
Little sea hare? It seems like they're still talking. Get closer. I'll keep carrying their voices to you.
Oh, yeah? You know what I'm saying? I hope it's what I'm saying, like, it's not, because there's morals in this, because it is immoral what they would do. If they went and try to conquer the world, that is immoral. What I'm saying is, for Saridra, she doesn't see it as, like, a right or wrong thing. I think she sees it as just, like, she doesn't see Lygus as a right or wrong thing. She's not thinking about the morals of Lygus. She's thinking about what it can do for her ambitions, right? That's what she would probably think. Yeah. Hey, Virginia.
What a difficult situation. No matter how we position our forces, this battle against Fagusa will result in many casualties.
That's what that other guy in the council said, right? He was like, my people are gonna die.
That's not something you or I should consider.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The Imperator has already placed the chess pieces. We just need to fight for her until our last breath.
Oh my God. This guy.
How astonishing. The commanders under you have such different personalities, yet they share the same loyalty.
That's pretty cool, right? Like, not cool as in like, oh, that's awesome. I mean, cool in terms of like an observation, like that they are like people who are like, yeah, I'm still gonna follow her, but like, holy crap, this is terrifying. And the other one's like, don't worry about it. We shouldn't worry about it. Did Lygus notice something?
He's looking this way. Quick, do something and pretend we can't see them.
Oh my God, this is such a tense scene. Gulp down the honeydew in front of you. Yeah, let's go. 110%. It probably looks more awkward now, but hey, whatever. We tried.
Slow down.
Are you okay?
You just gulped it all down. What I would do to make it look normal is I would walk over and be like, I'd walk over and be like, kind of just say something right away to Virginia, like, hey, about your future stuff, by the way.
What's the matter?
My apologies. I was just checking whether everything was fine with those two distinguished guests of yours.
And that's the thing. I can sit here, like, again, I get annoyed by Lygus. He annoys the heck out of me, right? But I can never deny that, like, he's very, like, he's actually very smart. And while he can get outsmarted, and while there's times where he's been, like, the one that's been on the back burner, he's the one that's been insulted and all this stuff, too, we still have to be very careful around him.
And it seems like all is well.
Okay, cool, very cool.
Let us continue our previous conversation regarding the soldiers fighting for you. Are they aware of the price they must pay for the trial of law? If I recall correctly, you've already lost a bout against Talanton due to offering insufficient sacrifices.
So she has to sacrifice people? If I recall correctly, you already lost a bout against Tantalon for not... What does that mean?
You dare mention my name alongside the word lost?
Again, that conqueror's mind, and she wants to conquer things, right? She wants to be remembered. She wants to have those statues. She doesn't lose, right? What is that? I wonder what this means. Like... Now, she did obviously take the Law Titan, right? But obviously, are they saying that, like, she lost the fight at one point? At one point? One bout at first, maybe?
Forgive my transgression, great Imperator.
Watch your words and actions.
Just execute him, Saridra.
All you need to know is that my victory in the trial is guaranteed.
Yeah, I'd execute him just to be safe.
Even without the trial of law, they've already sworn to give their lives for my conquest. So tell me.
Well, it's kings and queens getting people to swear their lives to them. It's like, okay, that's, yeah. People will say what they will in front of a king and a queen.
If everything happens according to our agreement, how would you recommend I deal with that deliverer?
Very interesting question.
Good question. Do not let her fool you. That woman from beyond the sky contains a seed of ruin within her body.
The Stellaron.
She must not be allowed to tarnish your glory.
And he has so many. Look at the words he's using. Oh, your glory. You know what I mean? He's definitely using these words on purpose.
Therefore, the wisest decision would be to hand her over to me.
You plan to torture her?
Whoa, that's where we went to right away?
Calling it experimentation
Or maybe I already said this
would
before.
be more appropriate.
You can say whatever you want, Lygus. You use whatever words you want, you know? You're just doing some creepy crap. Some really creepy crap.
The guest's patience is running thin. I plan to remove the Fantasia and head into the banquet. I will heed your advice. Leave for now, Theoros, and go back to Akama. You don't want to confront those two directly either, do you?
Oh, yes, like he's like you don't want to you want to be the way she said that with a smile as well. You don't want to be like, you know, you don't want them to see you, do you? So I guess like what we learned about like these two statements here, with this one it was talking about the idea of going beyond, right? Well, no problem reading over it again, just so we have like a good understanding before we go forward. It's about the price that people will pay. The soldiers will pay a price that seems to be due to a sacrifice, right? They need to sacrifice something as well to Talantalon, and maybe have to sacrifice something again for this battle against Vagusa as well. They're saying that at one point she already lost one battle as well. She already lost a fight against Tantalon because she didn't sacrifice enough. And also she was talking about as well how he has to walk the lines here because she's saying, I'm not going to lose this battle as well. And he talks about like who's beyond the stars that could fight against you, the Zancho Alliance, you know, the Genius Society, us, and then also saying as well the idea that like we have a Stellar inside of us and we have Rune inside us as well. You should give her to me, right? Give her to me. That's what we learned from this conversation. In the first conversation, I feel like another part of the first conversation as well is that he wants to connect, and we kind of like knew what he's trying to do with the whole thing, but in this case what he's saying to Saridra is he's going to basically like rewrite the law functions, that the law of like you can't go beyond the stars changes, and with that Iron Tomb and Saridra and the Black Tide will go beyond the sky itself. Yeah, and they're talking about torture and experimentation, the rune inside of her. And some of the parts which I thought were in the second part actually were just like in the first part, just went into my brain, like the stuff with the Zancho Alliance and all this stuff too was part of the first part as well. Yeah.
Indeed.
Just so we have an understanding before we move forward, it's always helpful just to make sure I like embed it into my brain.
It's a pity that Antikytherians are lightweights when it comes to drinking. Before I leave, I would like to make a toast to your boundless ambition, using my spirit instead of a goblet.
What? Okay, buddy.
As I expected, that Theoros' schemes have been revealed.
There we go. And I think it's one of those things where like she does have to hear for herself as well, right? 110%.
Thank you for your bravery, guests. It's time for me to dispel the Fantasia. This will be the Imperator's last public address before we head off, and therefore likely the final chance to change her mind.
Right.
I will try to get you a chance to speak, and I'll also prepare for any contingencies. The rest is up to you. You should head back to your seats for now.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things that we could have said like a lot of the stuff that was there. We could have said like, you know, well, we can go up and be like, Lygus is evil, right? But we personally didn't know, right, at all. We weren't there for when they talked about the scheme with of what it was going to happen with the whole thing with the Black Tide and Saridra using Iron Tomb to conquer the world. We didn't know that personally. We knew that as people, as Calvin, as you guys, we knew that. But obviously our characters didn't know that. So like, it's not like this. It's actually kind of like new information to us as well, right? We knew Lygus was evil, but we didn't know about that part. So we're both finding that out as well at the same time too, along with Hysilens. I think the sacrifice is also a big part of this too, right? It's also a huge part of this too. We're gonna intentionally lose people for Lygus's plan here.
I will try to get you a chance to speak, and I'll also prepare for any contingencies. The rest is up to you.
They're having a best design in history competition, and they said they won't start without you. So if you want to go there right now, that'd be good too. Man, look at the boots as well. She's so cool. She's so sick. Holy hell. We are wishing on her, by the way, when she shows up.
This honey brew sure wears off fast.
Seneca.
The Imperator! The Imperator has arrived!
She was already here. That's so crazy that she was already
No
here.
need for formalities. I should be apologizing for my tardiness instead.
Because like even one of the people was like, yeah, she believes that people should just be allowed to talk as much as they want when I'm not here. But in reality, like again, it adds to me like the idea of the, again, their words, autocratic nature of this whole world, where like, even when they're having a party, she's like, I can't, I'm gonna be there. You know what I mean? Even when they're having a party without her, she's still there, listening.
The hour draws late, and I trust you have all had your fill of brews. Therefore, I will not observe the usual ceremonies. Any warrior who has fought by my side should have those speeches memorized by now.
The Imperator's word is law.
I bet it is, buddy. I bet it is.
Are you out of your mind, Dux Frigoris? The Imperator hates flattery most of all.
Oh, that's, to me, that is such a, like, interesting character trait again, because she's like, everyone should have a statue of me in every single country, but don't flatter me, you know? It's like, it just makes her a much more interesting character. Because it's like, yeah, she wants people to, like, worship her and look up to her and not talk bad about her, but don't talk good about me either. In a very flattering way, right?
A joyous atmosphere is a better fit for showing me your resolve. I believe that you, my dukes, will do all you can to assist in the campaign against Fagusa, just as you always have. However, it's a pity that I have never tested your loyalty.
What? What does that mean? Even Hysilens is like, what?
What does she mean?
Yeah, even Hysilens is like, what?
The purpose of tonight's
Look at this
banquet
angle.
is not to raise our morale, but to establish which allies our alliance can actually trust.
Oh no, what?
And sever the heads of the traitors as a toast to all before we march.
And we know for sure that she, like, we know what she does, as you said, we know what she does to people. Like, she said sever the heads.
Yes. Some among us have discarded their vows in order to foment vile conspiracies.
Huh?
Now listen. These traitors are standing right here in broad daylight.
Who? If she's talking about us, that's pretty crazy, but like maybe it's someone else as well. Again, you know, it's like something that's like, you know, the most basic of symbolism, but like, again, she is like standing above everyone, like as her voice echoes, you know, across this place. She's always like, even though she's a shorter character, she's taller than anyone right now. Oh, stop. Stop. What's happening?
Dux Gladiorum Hysilens.
What?
She used the Sea Siren song to immerse the crowds in an illusion and conceal her whereabouts. She then worked with those from beyond the sky to spy on confidential matters, hoping to rob the core flame by force and harm me, the Imperator.
Do you think Lygus realized? But obviously this is not what she's trying to do. She doesn't want the core flame. She doesn't want the core flame at all, Saridra. Like, she did it because she's actually more loyal to you than anyone else. She did it so she could help you. Oh, no. Don't touch her. Don't even go near her. Oh, yeah, clench your fists together, buddy. Go on. Nothing in his head at all. What's going on? Now we're at a disadvantage. Yeah, what the hell?
Imperator, I can explain.
So I wonder, did Lygus realize or did just Saridra realize? Right?
Silence.
Don't silence. Don't say silence. You have no idea. She is trying to help you more than anyone here. Huh?
Do you remember who used to own this blade? She met you once, back at the Temple of the Three Fates.
Wait, what?
It was Kindness, the head of the cleaners. She was the first to draw a blade against the Imperator, and personally made herself an example for my enemies.
Yeah, but that's so different. Like, Saridra, kindness sucks. Kindness sucks so bad. You're talking about someone who's actually legitimately loyal to you in Hysilens.
Under the shade of the olive groves, the people of Akama said they would never bow to me. In the frozen, lethal fog, the people of Idonia said they would never bow
This is a
to
pretty
me.
incredible speech.
At the beginning of the myriad paths, the people of Yanisopolis said they would never bow to
Is
me.
she trying to say that everyone still, in the end, bowed to me? Everyone still came and bowed to me. Man. And I'm not saying it's an amazing speech and like, oh my god, yeah, tell him, Saridra. I'm saying it like, this is like a show of like what she sees her conquest as. It's like, yeah, they can tell me they're not going to bow to me, but they did bow to
But
me.
now, they all lie silent.
Yep.
They now fear me as they fear the law.
Saridra.
For I am Saridra, and I am the Imperator.
And again, she doesn't see, she sees this as okay, but it's like, that's like the one, like all these people who bow to you and fear you, they're not loyal to you. They're terrified. They're absolutely terrified. Hysilens is the only one who's actually like, I gotta protect this place and Saridra. Like, it's so crazy. And that again, if this is Lygus' doing, right, this is a very common thing that you'd see in like stuff where it's like, the best way to get into like a circle, and it's happening. You see it happens in friend groups sometimes when people are super manipulative, where they'll be like, "I gotta get rid of this friend if I want to be like, you know, in this friend group or whatever." People are weird like that. In this case, it's like, what better way to make Saridra the most vulnerable person here, more vulnerable than she knows? Get rid of the one person who actually is protecting her.
If you have any last words,
It's not happening.
say them to the Imperator.
You're not doing anything to her.
Then, face her judgment.
I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry, no.
After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind. But if I do not cross, then it will be the end of me.
Wait. After I cross this river, it will be a tragedy for mankind, but if I do not cross, then it'll be the end of me. What does that mean?
If you are ready, then I'll follow you and fight to the last. Deliverer.
Yes, please. Oh my freaking god, what? Is she? Wait, is this line here then mean that it's like, okay, once I've crossed this river, there's no going back? It's the end of me. Oh my freaking god, man. Oh my god, yes, please, let's go. Let's go. We must convince her. I think we must kill the... No, we must convince her. We must convince her. Let's not go for kill just yet, right? But I think she's saying like, hey, I'm putting my trust in you. It's not just like I'm going to fight alongside you. It's like, I will follow you.
That's right, friend.
We got this.
Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience and charm.
She has a lot of charm.
Testify to the Imperator as we promised.
That's so great for Hysilens to put the trust in us like that, you know what I mean? So freaking cool. So cool. Such a great moment as well.
You think you can slay a king using your words instead of a sword?
Again, all she knows is conquest, right?
I'll have it. Show me the weight of rhetoric from beyond the sky. Will it weigh heavier than 3 human lives?
Let's try to watch our words carefully.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what are you talking about? Is this an actual, like, thing you can fail? Start with the defiance that lasted 30 million cycles. Start with the fake Aranova. Like, the idea that this is not, like, the real Aranova. What would be... like... I don't know if this is going to be a... like... I don't, like, if maybe they could have a freaking fail state, right? Maybe they could, but I don't know. Because like, if we say start with the defiance that lasted 30 million cycles, we're talking about like what Finon did, right? Right? We're talking about the fake Aranova. I don't know. Should we talk about like? Because she loved being defiant as well, right?
Before I arrived in this world, the Chrysos heir of world-bearing was a young man with the pseudonym
She likes being defiant against the gods as well.
He came from Aedes Elysiae. In order to combat the lies of the Era Nova and deliver Amphoreus from the ending of the destruction, he lived through history more than 30 million times, hoping futilely to find a breakthrough. And Cyrene, the young woman standing beside me, also carries an equally heavy destiny.
She's adorable. She listens to her words silently. Okay, that's a good sign, right? She's not talking back to us. Talk about Lygus' sin, talk about Ironton Tomb's true identity. Okay. We know that Lygus is also talking about our sin. At that point, it's here. He says, she says, right? I think Seridra would like us being a bit direct, just being like, this is who he is, right?
Ironton is the ultimate end of Amphoreus' destiny. It is an embodiment of pure horror that walks the path of destruction and can never be tamed.
Yes, 110% still.
That is the only thing Lygus cares about. As for Amphoreus, pure glory and campaigns, he doesn't care about any of those.
Yes, 110%. And again, when I'm saying like be more direct is because I think as a character, she's always been like incredibly direct with us, right? You know? I mean, I'm not saying that she's like always been honest with us or she's honest with herself all the time, but I think that like she appreciates people just being like, this is how it is.
He will most certainly betray you.
Yep.
When that time comes, all of us will be ground to dust by the destruction.
I love the direct nature of this. So just listens to your words and shows no change in emotions. So are we failing here? Maybe I'm getting this wrong. I thought she'd appreciate me being more direct. The Trailblazers' duty, the duty, right? What we do, right?
I walk the path of the Trailblaze. My friends and I have always obeyed the creed of explore, understand, establish, and connect. Conquest and destruction are never ways to build bridges between people.
Because I think she loves a bit of conquest.
Therefore, if you choose the way of the destruction,
you know, she loves a bit of conquest with her dinner.
then I'll place your ambitions into the same basket as Lygus.
Oh!
And smash them into pieces with my baseball bat.
Honestly, sick. Honestly, very sick. Very sick. So cool. I mean, whoa. The laugh. I say sick in a good way, by the way. That was awesome by Stella.
That was truly a chaotic speech.
Yeah, I feel like I was all over the place a little bit, but it's okay.
All that needs to be said has been said.
We're just telling the truth. We're telling the truth all the time, but I adore that like Stella wasn't just like, after she talked with the Trailblazers, she's like saying what they always say, right? Stella as a Trailblazer, it's not just like, oh, let's all be friends, let's all be buddies. It's also like, hey, if you're doing bad crap, we will step up and crush you. Like, they never shied away from being that way or talking about that.
Dux for Gorus, Dux for Malus. Escort the traitors to the prison.
So that didn't work. We failed.
Before the next entry hour, I will give them an end befitting of their betrayal.
I thought it was gonna be a thing where like if we were more direct and just more honest, like, cause again she's so like very like she talked about she doesn't want flattery, you know. But I guess like the other ones could have been more direct as well.
Oh, great Imperator.
Oh.
Your ambition certainly eclipses all.
Listen to him talk. He is the most evil character in the history of the world.
You're still here, Theoros.
All he needs is freaking devil horns.
Of course. As the Theoros, I simply cannot miss this moment. Miss witnessing the fall of a nameless one.
Oh, he's talking about us, of course, as well, but... Did you just make everything disappear?
Perhaps I am waiting for you to give me an answer. Why would someone as powerful as you...
Wait, what? No way.
You use such a clumsy excuse as imprisonment to ensure the
No way.
deliverer's safety.
No freaking way. Oh my god, my hair. Oh, that is amazing. Did she legitimately like plan this whole thing? Was this all a plan? Get them all in prison so they were safe? No freaking way, man. Safe from Lygus, that is so freaking good. That is so freaking good. And this is one of those times that having faith in both these characters that, like, again, they're not gonna fall totally for Lygus's crap pays off. You know what I mean? This is why, like, you know when people say, like, Calvin, you're too naive, right? Sometimes, or Calvin, you're too nice to characters. Your faith pays off sometimes, guys. Your faith pays off. I love it, man. That's such a great moment. And it's such a great way to reveal it as well. Lygus, like, again, he's not dumb, so he's like, you definitely are playing tricks here. But then at the same time, too, it's like it's revealed in such a great way where, like, Lygus is like, why would you use this clumsy excuse? But at the same time, Hysilens puts the sword up to Lygus, right? You could say, well, that's just her protecting Saridra, but I think it's also a different thing, right? It's to show, like, no, like, we're not fighting, actually. I'm still going to protect her. You know? So freaking sick.
So you finally tossed aside.
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I just punched my hand. That's you should not do into the mic, right? But I was just very excited. I was like, yes. You shouldn't do that into a mic, and I apologize. This is so freaking sick. This is so freaking sick. Again, we've been saying this since Archie. He's like evil. He's like the only thing he needs is like a little twirly mustache.
I must point out that you are just as impressive an actor. This banquet was always going to be a game of chess.
So do you think then? Okay, we're probably gonna find more. I have chills, guys. Do you think that Saridra like planned this whole thing to be like to make Lygus feel like he was I don't know, because she obviously asked Hysilens to ask us to do this, I'd say, right, to spy on us or whatever, and she was hoping that maybe Lygus would like realize this maybe in some ways, maybe. So then she could imprison us and be like, oh yeah, I've imprisoned them for like this thing or whatever, and then keep us safe in that moment too before she could figure out what to do here. She always realized that he was doing something wrong, so maybe she like as well. She wanted to like stage this whole thing, right, so that she could get us in prison.
Where you would try to control both sides and turn both them and me into your pawns.
So wait, he's saying as well, I must point out the earnest impression acted. The bag was always going to be... So wait, it's saying, was this all just a performance? Yes, I want to make it clear. I don't think that it's us, like, Saridra just being like, these are my buddies, you know what I mean? She obviously has, like, motives of her own as well, right? Let's not bullcrap here, but it's still an amazing moment. I'm just glad she saw through Lygus.
That little Imperator never trusted anyone. She was always trying to see which side had more sincerity.
Oh, wait. I was thinking of it as a thing where, like, she's gonna have her own motivations afterwards to use us for something, like, hey, like, you know, whatever, like, I've done this for you. But it was actually like she planned this whole thing. It seems she told Hysilens to tell us, like, hey, spy on Lygus. Well, then also asked Lygus to, like, I guess, like, you know, give his plan and tell his plan and like what he thought of, like, Stell at the same time too. And she then like made us do the speech and all this as well. And I feel like this is always one big plan. As she said here, it's not, you just feel like this is all one big plan to see like which side is more sincere, which is what we picked up on last time too. That's why this game's so well written. Didn't we pick up on last time? We said like, oh, she's not fully going one side or the other. He's making us feel like in a way we're being accepted, but she's not accepting either side yet.
All right, we'll listen to you. Here you go. Also, please pass on a message to the Imperator from us. She can trust my friend.
God.
Anywhere, anytime.
So we're saying that this was obviously a test of trust.
But as to the decision the Imperator must make, she has no wish to transgress her authority.
Oh my god.
We just want to tell her everything we know.
Cyrene took the right steps at every single moment.
Now, use your identity and add in a bit of experience and charm and testify to the Imperator as we promised.
It's like Cyrene I think Cyrene whiffed that there was something going on here for sure, right?
And we won. Sincerity will always remain the greatest shortcut to people's hearts.
So I think from the start, Cyrene was like, we just gotta be sincere, right? Well done, Cyrene.
I can toss your words right back at you, like Kyrgyz. Why would someone as powerful as you pretend to be immortal and kneel before me?
This is such a cool scene. Look at what we're looking at here. Oh, not auto. Sorry. Look at this. Hysilens, sword in hand, blocking off Lygus. The perspective of Lygus, like, you know, like of us from behind, like getting an insight into, like, or like getting a view of this whole scene here. Like, this is so freaking cool.
Unless you enjoy giving flattery and prostrating yourself.
Oh my god, it's a red trap.
You are mistaken. I am only trying to ensure the experiment's autonomy, meticulousness, and perfection, thus avoiding any unexpected outcomes.
You see, he drips it in sincerity.
A forceful intervention will only create larger errors, reduce efficiency, and introduce ugliness.
And I love that, like, Lygus is caught out just because he's always been just an insincere, annoying dude. You know what I mean? That's why he's caught out. He can't be sincere. There's not sincere bone in his body.
How had you fulfilled your promise of giving the law to me and completing the Era Nova, then Amphoreus would not have deviated from destiny's course.
Wait, so had you not fulfilled your promise to give me the law? Had you fulfilled your promise? I completely don't know the Amphoreus would not deviate from Destiny's course. So you're saying now it's going to go against Destiny's course. Look at the form that we have here with Hysilens.
Oh, but you broke your promise.
Promise?
What a pity. In that case, I must carry out my duty as the administrator and eradicate all factors steering the experiment out of control.
Can we not just run and kill him? I know he's like, he controlled a lot of this, right? He set up a lot of this, even with the stuff with the prophecy and stuff, this stuff too. But the whole thing of you broke your promise, this is one thing I have to disagree with Lygus in. I don't think she promised anything. I think all of her words were chosen very carefully. I think everything we've heard so far, like if I in the last episode could even tell, like, oh, she's not on his side completely. I don't think she promised anything.
Factors such as you?
No.
And
no.
Careful.
We gotta figure something out here.
Careful.
What? What is that?
What was that voice? Was it Oryx?
That's Oryx?
I found you. I finally found you.
What is happening?
Be careful. This land will face disaster.
What? I've never seen this visual representation of Oryx before, ever. What? What?
The time of judgment is nigh, my lady. The prison I have built for you
What just happened?
is now complete.
What just happened? I know he has a prison built for us. That's cool.
In the name of the Erudition, I invite you to step into the same cage as mine.
What do you mean? Wait, like his like cage where he's always like constantly observing things? Like his... What is that? No, stop. What are we doing? The baseball bat's out. What? Wait, what just happened? Oh my god, did she just slap the chess piece?
The meaning of this, Imperator?
Did she just slap the chess?
I did not permit you to act.
Yeah, you're in her kingdom.
The ruler is the only one who can decide their subjects.
Yeah, you're in her kingdom, buddy. What the hell?
Great Imperator.
Oh no.
What judges
He's grabbed with his two fingers.
He's not the ruler.
Do not touch Hysilens ever. Do not! So in the end, Surger tried to uphold her own kingdom, but...
Don't forget, my realm only allows for the existence of humanity.
What the hell? So he like... What? This is so crazy. In that moment, she tried to like uphold her own like her own kingdom, right, and her own rule. But even then, he was able to just like with 2 fingers like overpower Hysilens and still move forward towards Stell to trap her, as he said, in the same prison that he's been trapped in too. Which I assume the prison is like the the recurrences, the cycles, that he has to watch over these cycles, right? That's what I'm guessing. It's like a never-ending time loop. Man, that's such a crazy scene. Did you see when she banged the chess piece? She was like, again, we can't frame this as Saridra being like, I'm protecting my baby Stell, right? She was like, you are going against your queen.
Moreover,
what a sick scene.
Dealing out extrajudicial punishment equates to defying the law, and the culprit is to be sentenced
Kill
to
him.
death.
Kill him right now.
But you have seen how I can erase life from this world with just a clap
Yeah,
of
it's
my
crazy.
hands.
It's really terrifying.
I fear you are still quite unaware of your current situation. Allow me to reiterate.
That's what's so crazy about Saridra as well. In the face of like this immense power, what he just did to Hysilens, what he just did to Stell, the power he had to like remove every person from this party, and she's still like, yeah, buddy, you're in my kingdom.
I am giving you a simple choice. To collaborate or to be destroyed. There is no other way.
Shameless behavior. If that were true, you would have killed me long ago.
You have to love her cunning, right? You have to. I love that like Lygus's whole plans keep. I'm not saying this is gonna work, but sometimes like he gets caught out sometimes because his actions sometimes betray his words.
You in fact cannot kill me. I guessed it the first time I beheaded you.
Oh my
Because
God.
of the law, you cannot be completely destroyed. And the same is true of the Chrysosaurs.
So because of the actual protocol in place, the Chrysosaurs can't be truly destroyed. And maybe that's because of the cycles as well, right? Because they'll always like not truly die. Or also the law would also be that they maybe become titans. Is that true as well? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Every time Lygus gets owned, I'm just like I become a different person.
The more you bluff now, the more you are proving that conjecture to be true.
Yeah, and we don't know fully what's going to happen here. I'm still worried for Saridra and Hysilens here, but like, Lygus is, when I say his actions betray his words, constantly Lygus will do something that feels like it is like him trying his best to like, you know, he'll say something like, you will die here. It's like, well, you would have done that 10 cycles ago, buddy. You know what I mean? It's like, or like when Finon and Sori realize he's giving us so much information because he truly believes that like he wants us to stay on this one path because he knows there's another plan that could thwart him, you know?
What magnificent foresight. I once regarded this precious quality of yours as a sure sign of my ultimate victory. But now, I have to admit that I made a mistake.
Just 10 paces away, please. 10 paces away. At all times.
Yet, as a mere mortal, how will you contend against the Theoros?
We are both slaves to hubris.
Oh?
But do you know what differentiates us, Lycurgus? I will never be blinded by my pride.
Whoa. Saridra's saying this at this point as well, especially since we've already felt that, like, you know, like maybe she is like too prideful, right? But she's like saying, no, I will not be blinded by it.
If I wish to break the scale's balance, I only need to appeal to external forces and use them for my own ends.
She got the anchor. She got the freaking anchor. She has the anchor. No way. No way.
Finally, we get to meet face to face, senior society member.
What? Senior society member? With
I
Scroll
offer sincere acknowledgments for your many past achievements, but I must deeply regret your current
Wait, are
perspective.
they saying he's not just a creation of the senior society, or maybe he was actually like a part of it?
Trust trust me when I say that you aren't the only one feeling regret right now.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
So you
This
two
freaking
are the
moment.
allies from beyond the sky the Deliverer spoke of, and why she demanded the divine authority of law.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my god, this is so crazy. Like, I would never have thought we'd have Herta and Skrullum standing here right in front of us in this way. At all. At all. Like, and standing in front of, like, Saridra of all people, too.
Come and prove your strength to me. Show me the power of these so-called
Oh my god, she's still being a ruler.
I have spent much time and effort to secure this treasure from beyond the sky just for this moment.
In the
With her
name
staff
of the
as well.
sovereign of planet Skrullum, your allies have responded to your call. Esteemed
This is insane.
Emperor.
This is so incredible. Your allies. Right? Like, oh my god, like, it's like we've responded. It's like the freaking, like, it's like Rohan showing up at the last moment.
Please allow me to spell the situation out for you, Lord Lygus. Permission to read the ultimate protocol is already in my hands. It'll only be a matter of time before we acquire the authority to write and execute commands as well.
And that's why we need the Law Titan. Wait, so... Wait. Are they saying they already have the Law Core Flame?
There's no way the flame chase journey will continue after you've burnt your bridges so thoroughly like this. Do you really think you can still win? Oh, seriously. Don't embarrass the society.
Because he still needs the 12 Core Flames, right?
I understand that a near zero possibility does not equate to zero. That argument is very persuasive to
This is
me.
a mind-blowing scene. This is a mind-blowing scene.
Which means the same principle also applies to you, my dear peers. You will never be a match for me in a world constructed through Catorzane algebraic
He's still standing.
expressions. And as for Aranova,
He's still standing against them.
why don't you entertain this possibility? What if I reduced Akama to rubble and ground her people into minced meat? Would the heroes then once again desire the power of demigods so they could fight against me?
Everything he says is so, like, again, you can tell he's like backed into a corner a bit as well because he's a bit more angry, right? But he still feels like he has like the advantage in the situation. And he's saying, like, what if I ground the people that mince meat? It's like, would then you go after the core flames? Is that what? Because would you once again desire the power of the demigods, just so you could have a chance against me? I think because that's he needs the flame chase journey to continue, right, for all the core flames to be gotten, right, and the Aranova to be completed. And so he's saying, like, I have ways of maybe making the Aranova be completed.
Listen, Iron Tomb is fated to be born. You may shackle me and put me in
Great voice acting.
chains, but I have thousands of ways to ensure the destruction's descent.
He desperately wants this to happen, and he believes this is going to happen. He's like, no matter what, this will happen. He's basically saying that no matter what, I will do something. Look, she's so cool with the freaking staff, right, as well. Like, it's standing beside Herta and Skrullum as well. This is such a great scene.
And what I just mentioned is only one out of those thousands.
And it's not surprising to me, right, at all, because anyone who's lived for as long as he has and has seen as much cycles as he had and seen as much world as he had, of course he would have, like, I'd imagine he'd have, like, thousands upon thousands upon thousands, you know? You wouldn't be surprised. Don't cut away from the scene right now. This is an insane scene. Oh my freaking god.
This is the exit.
Right, the place that's in between, right? That he was watching over everything, the same prison that he was in. Man, this is freaking incredible. This is so incredible.
This doesn't feel the same as before.
It doesn't.
How should I get back?
Way more red. Way more, like, blood red.
Warning. Warning.
What?
Warning.
Locked onto Outlier's Stell?
Warning. Warning. Warning.
What is happening?
Command isolation?
Since we parted ways
Oh, no.
last time, I have
I thought he was gonna be
modified
busy.
the exomyth into an audience area exclusive to you. Now, you'll be able to silently wait here
This
for
makes
the
sense.
final act of Amphoreus to begin.
I think that, as he said, he has multiple different ways that he wants the Aranova to happen. I think he sees us as the way that this can be thwarted all the time, right? I think he sees us as the annoyance, like the what's the phrase? It's like oil in the ointment, kind of like as well. He sees us as the one thing that definitely could like stop him, I suppose. So he's desperately trying to make sure that like we how do I say that we like are out of the picture is what I see it. Don't make me hurt you is a great line. Yeah, it is him trying to like make sure he can get the Aranova, and he said he has multiple plans.
It seems you have already forgotten. We can't hurt each other in this place.
You hurt me with your literal existence.
This
So you broke the rules already.
In fact, be a wonderful opportunity for you. From the audience's perspective, you may better observe the workings of the Erudition at a macroscopic level. In this place where time flows far slower than within Amphoreus, you will witness the end of that world saga.
In this place where time flows slower than Amphoreus, so like it's saying that like slowly we're going to witness the how the world works and how the Arudition works. I'll definitely find a way out of here.
Oh, I am not doubting your capacity to create miracles.
What exactly? Stop talking to him. If you stop talking to him, if you ignore him, he might leave.
The answer concerning the prime mover of life. The total destruction of the Erudition.
Which is why he wants Iron Tomb as well, right? You also hate the Eons? Aren't you an emanator of Erudition? This is a good question, right? Excuse me.
Do you see me as their faithful disciple?
Buddy, I don't even think about you most days.
I am certainly not. I have tried so hard to ensure Iron Tomb's birth, just so that I can correct the error named Erudition that humanity crafted with their own hands.
So he sees the Erudition as something that is an error, right? And the thing is, like, as well, like I never really saw him as like anything like as a slave to like the Eons or whatever. Like I know that he's been trying to like ensure Iron Tomb's birth, 110%.
Oh, how I yearn to return to those days before Noose was born. Back then, the boundaries of knowledge were like the starry skies, evoking feelings of longing and delight among humankind.
So before Noose, he feels like knowledge was like way more expansive, I guess, and not as like there was way more to explore, I guess. There was something of a feeling of like exploration and you could find more things out, right?
But now, truth has become the sacrificial offering required to gain an audience with them. And the geniuses would say that Noose already knew.
Wait, so he's saying that the genius is like kind of like which we know that like we have seen the geniuses try to get audiences with Noose before, right? And he's angry that like it's like Noose knows everything.
That arrogant Eon was born from the primal mobile of humans' desire for knowledge.
Right.
Yet they themselves sealed off humanity's capacity to seek enlightenment. I am simply cutting down a tree of doom that we planted ourselves.
So he's okay. I keep saying he's saying because I'm trying to get a last chain for myself. He believes the Genius Society are the only ones who have access to Noose and this idea of this knowledge and stuff, I guess, as well. And that normal, everyday people can't really access this information, so he believes that he kind of wants to be like, no, I'm going to hand that to everybody. Or at least, like, allow people to explore that for themselves, I guess.
I must admit that the process of answering your questions has reminded me of the happy days of learning in my youth. However,
you were a youth?
It is a pity that my true form must now descend into Amphoreus to deal with the accident that arose because of you.
His true form. So again, we are like, again, the spanner in the works. We are the thing that, like, you know, is the unknown variable. It annoys him. It annoys him so much so.
But you won't have to wait long. When the curtain falls, you'll surely understand mine and Amphoreus's ardent wish.
He's so confident about this now, right?
Where time flows slower than within Amphoreus? If Lygus spoke the truth, then I don't have much time left.
Oh, because what? Yeah, because if it goes slower here, that means things are going by in a flash outside in Amphoreus right now.
But how can I get out of here?
Can you hear me? Little one.
Little one?
Is that...
Oh my god.
Herta's voice?
Whenever I hear Herta, I always feel like I'm in good hands, you know, because again, she's like crazy sometimes, but I always feel like it's one of those things where, like, I would put my life in her hands as well, you know?
Warning, warning, warning.
Hurry up. Put some speed into it. I can't keep this up for much longer.
We got some nice stuff out of this too, huh?
That old Intellitron overlooked one little detail. And Screwy and I finally found an opportunity.
Heck yeah. You see what I mean? Like, it's so good to have them here. It's so good. Save me, Madam Herta.
Let's keep it short. While you were gone, well, in those few years,
Years. Yeah, of course. It's going by so fast.
Yes, time dilation, resulting in an uneven flow. Don't you know this already?
We do, but like, it's still shocking.
Let's stick to the main points. The Chrysos heirs activated the chronocognitive anchor and helped Skrullum and me open a hole in the firewall. We made some adjustments, so he can't attack us immediately, but it won't.
That's really interesting as well, though. Like, they have a full alliance here with the Chrysos heirs now, right?
Critical warning. Critical warning.
Time is running out. Here's the conclusion.
Oh, if you want me to read this as well, it said, abnormal data locked on, unauthorized communication confirmed. So it's like, yeah, Hurt is unauthorized.
It'll probably take a long time for Screwy and me to completely break this cage before Chrysos heirs have a full grasp of the law. To be safe, we'll continue to launch side-channel attacks on the system to give you opportunities to escape. You need to seize these opportunities. So start moving. And find a way to pull off a magnificent
So we have to
jailbreak.
they're going to give us some opportunities, some channel attacks. So how should I do that?
We detected another path's influence.
Wait, for real?
Critical warning. Critical warning.
Terminating unauthorized communication, so that's again with Herta as well.
Its power is strong. Maybe able to help use the path's power. Make it detect you.
So we have to make this this Eon, I guess it is Eon, right? Because it's Pat's influence, it might be Eon, or maybe someone on the path as well. We have to make it gaze upon us?
Unauthorized communication terminated.
Is Herta saying a certain past faction has arrived in Amphoreus?
Faction.
And I can ask them for help?
So it doesn't always have to be, like, Aeon itself.
I mastered the powers of different paths in my previous journeys. Think hard and figure out exactly which faction has arrived at Amphoreus, and which path's power I should use to call for reinforcements.
That's so interesting. Like to even like it's like you have to use like past experiences with this stuff too. But again, I do feel like there's some good, like, that we know that Hurt is doing something outside, but it's very, very scary to know that we are like, I don't know what you say, like, it's very scary that like time is going by so fast, so quickly out there.
Are these showing my memories?
No way. Oh, from maybe our past paths? Oh, there's Nanook. Terrifying.
The Stellaron in my body. I woke up at the Herta space station and gained the power of the destruction.
Nanook is terrifying though, isn't it? Such a terrifying presence.
A world that'll give rise to a Lord Ravager would definitely draw the attention of the destruction. The Stellaron in my belly is gonna be super useful. But what if I end up pulling in the Antimatter Legion or the Annihilation Gang? Can they really help?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you don't want. I don't think you'd want to call the focus and resonate with destruction and nuke. Let me the flames hot. Wait, so we're doing it anyway? There's no choice. You focus your mind trying to sync your heartbeat's rhythm with the frequency and dancing golden flames. You're walking the fine line between sanity and madness, carefully steering the course of your consciousness, knocking on the door of destruction. You gave up. The beckoning of the chaos was too tempting, and your current power level wasn't enough to fully resist it. If you were to fall to the black abyss destruction at this moment, perhaps everything would be lost to the void. And yeah, we don't want to call them in either.
Failure is not necessarily a bad thing. This power wasn't going to call up anyone nice after all.
You're so correct. Who's that? Who's this?
I obtained the flaming lance left by the architects.
Oh.
And gained the power of the preservation in Belobog.
Yes, okay. It's been a while.
That's right. No matter how far away a planet is, the IPC is guaranteed to pay attention, as long as there's a business opportunity.
True.
Isn't Amphoreus a pristine and untapped market?
Call from Adventurine.
Besides, even if I can't call up my friends from the IPC, the architects and the nomadic miners should be able to help too. There are definitely cities and ores in this world.
I think it's just really like kind of cute for me. I know it shouldn't be like that cute because it's a terrifying situation. It's very cute, because like Stell is like showing that she has so many like different alliances and interactions with people. Not even alliances, but like she's so much like people that would be willing to help her, even if it's for like their own selfish reasons, you know. Once again, you just need to capture that feeling from your battle with the Supreme Guardian and catch sparks from that hammer, the strike with your own hands. What an amazing battle. But nothing happened. Clipbot ignored you, just as they had ignored countless devotees who looked upon them throughout the ages.
Seems like since Amphoreus has no overseas market, the IPC's hand can't reach it.
That's, how do you pronounce it? Sheepe? For... I wanted to say it's not preservation, it's harmony. Right, harmony?
I received the Watchmaker's hat in Penacony and declared war against the Order. Then gained the power of the harmony. That's right. The benevolent family must still remember me for saving them.
You think so?
Their music echoes throughout the stars, and they'll definitely want to help.
If it brings Robin here, I don't want it, because I don't want her to be in trouble, but I'd love to see her, but I don't want her to be in trouble.
Come, let me put on the deer hat that's been set aside for quite a few chapters. Sing with Clocky. The world is in harmony, and the stars shine bright.
This is a nice, like, even in these, like, terrifying moments, it's really kind of, like, charming as well, like, to see her, like, recount this stuff, you know? Focus and resonate with the harmony. Use your song to guide me out of here. Hum the ode to harmony your thoughts. The visages of the past nameless appear one by one. If you blend into your faraway song, perhaps a path will appear before you. What path are we opening up here? What's happening? You failed the barrier to exit to strangle those distant melodies, filtering out completely the useless noise, leaving only cold silence.
Doesn't Lygus want this story to have background music? He has such terrible taste.
I love she's still calling him out like, yeah, end his butt. He sucks. Foolie? We're calling Foolie? There's one more TV over there, so maybe that's it, but then I don't know if we can even get over there. Is it Foolie we're calling?
The remembrance. That's right. I came to Amphoreus because Black Swan asked us to come. And I even got a glance from Fu Li here.
Yes.
The Garden of Recollection must be intricately involved with Amphoreus.
That's such a great point as well. And the fact that like it's happened, one after the other. And then also like, the stuff with like, as you said with the Black Swan stuff, Fu Li gazing upon us as well. It generally has to mean that there is like as Stella's saying, like a connection.
Traces of the remembrance are also everywhere in this world. I don't know what they want, but I don't have many choices left in this crisis.
That's so true. And again, this is such a great section of the game of us reminiscing about stuff, talking about the different aeons that have gazed upon us, and like talking about the pros and cons of this as well. Trust me is such a great answer. You invoke the power of remembrance, awaiting for the resonance of reinforcements. Didn't this happen when we were talking to... what? This happened when we were talking to Kafka. Is Kafka gonna show up? Remember we were talking to Kafka and that happened? After the power of remembrance flows through. But if the Stellar Hunter showed up, that would be insane and incredible. After the power of remembrance flows through, you're something that should not exist materializes before your eyes. That thing again. She's, Sarina said it was Ornyx.
I finally found you. Following the sound of memories. A Pathstrider walking both the Remembrance and the Trailblaze.
What are you? A messenger of Ornyx? That freaking ice keeps coming over the screen. Their soft whisper like a warm hand that takes up your soul slowly disperses it beyond this realm.
Warning! Warning! Warning!
Is this once again something that's unauthorized?
Erudition's prison cannot stop us.
What?
For we lie outside the logic of zeros and ones. Come. Leave the cage of Logos. The mythos of Amphoreus waits for you to continue.
Wait, they're breaking us out? Okay. I have no idea what that is.
Brightest star, that star heralding the dawn, finally rises. A boat, so used to drifting, at long last enters an island's safe embrace. Oh, Pathstrider, we have helped you break free.
It's so...
Hurry and set off.
Oh!
The child of remembrance awaits you.
Oh, what? What? What?
March? What's she doing here?
What? Wait. The mission is literally called Go Meet March. What? I have waited so long. I have waited so freaking long. It's been it was the last time March and Stell talked to each other was in my world December in my universe, and it is now, if you're watching this guys later on, sorry to date it, it's April. It's halfway through April. Oh my god, my hair. March. March, it's still. It's still.
Oh, you're finally here.
You're finally here. That's what we say the first thing.
We haven't seen each other for such a long, long time.
Stop. Oh, please stop. But don't stop. I need more.
My good buddy, I've really, really missed you.
March, I missed you too. Back alive and kicking.
Huh? When was I
That's true. I don't know why I said that. I'm just nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm excited.
It's been so boring waiting for you in this place.
Oh my
There's
freaking
no one
god.
to chat with, no internet, and not even anything to eat or drink. It's basically a prison.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Who do I have to punish? Oh my god. Stella and March in the same frame.
Now the great hero is finally here to save me.
I thought you were saving me. I thought you were saving me. Guys, I'm shaking. This is insane. This is insane.
You must have seen a lot in Amphoreus during this time,
I have
right?
tears in my eyes.
You gotta tell me all about it.
It's been a long and arduous journey. Are you doing better now is what I want to ask 110% over what happened.
I'm all good. Look at how fit and active I am.
Oh my god, but March, I'm asking like about the ice and stuff.
But let's get out of this spooky place first. This is not a good spot for a reunion chat. Why don't you take me back to reality? A strange voice told me that I can enter Amphoreus if I keep following this road.
Are they trying to trick me? Are they trying to trick me right now?
So, let's head off. I still don't know what that world even looks like.
Because I know that that March did want to enter Amphoreus, right? She did want to, but didn't they already say she's already in Amphoreus? Didn't they?
Why does
Oh,
March
F
feel
you,
so
game.
weird?
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm done. F you. F you. F you.
What are you standing around
F
for?
you.
Do you actually like this place?
F you.
Get moving.
F you so hard.
Hurry! This door should be the exit.
Maybe my instincts are wrong. Let's follow her first.
F this so hard. This is just, again, it's the same thing that happened to March when it came to Stella and Don Hong. If this is just a freaking imitation of March again, which is what they're leading to here as well, right? What it feels like they're leading to. Baseball back to this whole world, and we're deleting the game. Not really, but I would want to.
Are you okay? You haven't said anything for a while.
Are you okay? My tears were in my eyes for this.
Has it been so long that you're still missing me? There's no time to waste, though. The Chrysosayers and the Geniuses are all waiting for you.
No. The discrepancy is getting worse.
Yeah, 110%. It's very weird. How did you know who's waiting for us? Where's Don Hong? He should be back in the Express now.
No, he's not. Maybe I just happened to miss him.
But why would you know that he's back in the Express anyway? Oh, game, I hate you. You're out of my top 10 favorite games. You're into like top 2,000 now. I hate that, man.
Never mind. Don Hung's super reliable. We don't need to worry about him. He's probably waiting for us somewhere. All hail and hearty.
Would she ever say that about Don Hong? I feel like she's throwing a jab at him sometimes. Guys, I want to make it clear here. I don't hate the game, right? I want to make it clear because I feel like sometimes when I say something, like some people take me literally. But I think you guys will understand that I'm it's just like, man, I got my hopes up and something as well. The game is clearly well written. This is gonna, whatever this leads to is gonna be insanely well written as well, right? But it's like, obviously, like I got my hopes up and now they've been dashed.
No. The Geniuses would have made sure that Don Hong made it back on the Express. Besides, the March I know wouldn't be so dismissive about her companions.
But she also would be like, Don Hong's back in the Express, and he's already annoying me doing this. You know what I mean? Like, because that's who they are. Like, they bicker in a very cute way. how do you know who's waiting for us? You know what I mean? That's who they are.
Huh? Isn't Amphoreus the world of the Chrysosaurs and their hero's journey? I could figure that out in an instant.
Oh my god.
But Amphoreus cannot be observed from the outside. She couldn't possibly know about these things.
Nobody knows those things. Nobody does.
Dan Heng told her. Something's not right. She's not March 7th.
This game knew what it was doing. This game knew what it was doing.
I guess you have something you want to say to me? Then there's no need to feel things out first. With questions. Let's treasure the time we have together and be frank.
That's not... March would never even say that ever to me. She would say let's cherish the time together, but she wouldn't say, you know, say it like that. Who are you? Who are you?
As expected. A glimpse of memory is not enough to deceive the bonds of friendship forged between the nameless.
Yeah. Now here's the thing, I want to make it clear, because we didn't fall for it the first time we came here, right, when it came to stuff with Amphoreus, with March, when she saw Dan Heng and all this stuff, right? We kind of instantly were like, there's something up here. The reason why I think I was clouded, like, in the first few minutes, but then, of course, at the, like, towards the end, I was like, are we tricking us? The reason I was clouded so much is because, guys, this is a reunion I've been waiting for so long. They could have showed March and Stell, like, in the Looney Tunes world randomly, and I would have been like, you know, or in, like, you know, with the Cartoon Network logo in the corner, I would have been like, yeah, this is real. You know what I mean? Because I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for the reunion of the trio so badly. So I'm not going to be ashamed for falling for it, even if I fall for it for like only like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I'm not going to be ashamed. I'd do it again.
In that case, there's no need for further deceit. You're right. We're not the March 7th you
Then
are
who are you?
with.
What are you?
But we can send you back to Amphoreus, as long as you are willing to help us.
But why are they using... Oh, I know why they're using March is for us, right? Habitual liars are not trustworthy. What do people do with March 7? That's a good question, right?
She's fine. This form was simply borrowed
So
from
it's a
your
borrowed
memories.
form. Yeah.
We'll introduce ourselves to gain your trust. We are the Garden of Recollection. You should be very familiar with that name
We
by
are
now.
the Garden of Recollection. Yeah, we're very familiar with that at that stage, of course.
Just as a reminder, while you hesitate, time is quickly ticking away in Amphoreus.
That's true. That is very, very true.
Working with us is the best way to stop the enemy of Erudition. Erudition would treat any results unrelated to the experiment as garbage and throw them out. But we don't work like that.
This is one of the... I've never had my life drained from me so quickly. But now I also want to like listen to this and be so because it's so interesting what they're saying here too. Like this is like people from the Garden of Recollection encountering Stell talking about going against the enemies of the Erudition, or they said they're the enemies of the Erudition. Yeah.
The Remembrance treats all these instances as important materials needed to weave the universe.
110%. And that's one thing you can rely on when it comes to the Garden of Recollection is that, like, you know, they protect memories, right? That's one of the reasons they always want Stell to live is because she's gonna have the most important memories in the world.
Besides, this would be child's play for a great hero like you. It won't be hard at all.
It's so there's something so special to me that I'm like I'm part ways kind of like, you know, still happy to see March in any form, but I just want to be March so badly.
Also, if your plan fails and the big bad Iron Tomb manages to get out, then the whole cosmos will be in danger.
True. Very true.
Wouldn't it be better to have an additional failsafe? As long as you help the Garden retrieve what we want, even if Iron Tomb reformats everything in the physical plane, we can use Remembrance to reconstruct the entire world.
Or should we say, the entire universe?
That's freaking insane. So, even if Iron Tomb is going to level this world and return it to, like, you know, it's almost like medieval age, a Stone Age, right? But they're saying that we can just recreate it with memories.
So help us.
Interesting.
Find where Amphoreus's memory began.
And
bring it out.
We're going to all the way back?
The Master of Anosrava has already glanced at you.
Fully.
Don't deny it. That storybook is the best evidence.
The storybook, as I've written, I'm going to screenshot this as well. I might screenshot all of it just to have it here. But do you think that she's saying because Fully is gazed upon us, that we are, like, legitimately, like, that's proof that maybe Fully wants to do this? Maybe this is what Fully wanted from the start.
Say, you aren't seriously gonna be moved by their pretty words, are you?
What?
I am the one who commanded those little ones to lead you out of the prison.
What, the little creatures we saw, the red ones?
But I didn't expect to attract little gnats trying to take advantage of the situation.
What is happening here?
While remembrance can help you return to Amphoreus, there's no need for you to do it the way they want you to.
Wait.
Of course, there's also no need for you to make any deal, or pay any price.
Who is this? The voice again.
For you, this is probably a
What?
long time no see.
What? 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 Hold on. What? What are you... What are we doing? That voice. This, I could not forget this hair pattern in his face if you literally ripped out my brain. Who is this? This is March though, right? They're not just gonna have her face shape, her freaking hair, even her neck collar. What the hell is this? What are we... What?
My dear.
Wait. Who are you? My dear Stell? With a B sharp?
Shh.
What the hell?
There's no
You
need
shush
to
me?
say anything. I know. You have so many questions swirling around in your memories at this moment.
What the hell?
And you feel so helpless.
Yeah.
Put them aside. For now, all you need to do is trust me.
What? That first of all, that, like, it's hard to say right now at this moment, that outfit's sick. But it's like almost like a darker version of, like, March's outfit, right? Because of the ankle, like socks. I thought they were ankle warmers or like leg warmers, but they seem like socks, right? Even that's like the same. Like the neck collar is the same. Even like the kind of like length of the dress is the same. Like all of it like is the same, apart from like this umbrella, the red eyes, the red earrings, the red and the black. It's all like so mind-boggling. It looks sick, but like, what are we witnessing? There's no need to say anything. You have so many questions swirling around your memories at this moment. All you need to do is trust me. What is happening? Even the shoes.
Or do you need more proof?
Sure.
That won't be hard.
Stop. Even the gloves.
Wait, stop it! They're awake! I'm gonna keep our
What are you doing?
Alright, what come to pass while we're around?
All these memories with... Look at Sela. What a great depiction. But look at like... Oh my god. All the memories of March.
The statue. Is that Donhar's brother?
No. Practicing. Wait. Is she saying that like... My dear Stell, for you this is probably long time no see. Is she saying she is March? Like she's showing all these memories of March now as well. Is she saying she is March?
Did you hear that? She just called me.
You are lovely. Oh. What are they doing?
We won't escape from it.
Please. Cease this.
Hey, are you sure? Maybe a couple of punches.
Oh my god, the way they do this is so painful. Like, they're showing us all these beautiful memories of March. What are we doing here?
It's as if they all happened just yesterday, right?
This is like looking into another world. This is like looking into another universe.
I don't want to lie to you, which is why I will not use her name.
So he's saying, okay, so wait, she's a core flame. So she's not saying the name March? So she's not saying I am March?
The 3rd month of Amphoreus is the month reserved for the Veil of Evernight.
Evernight.
So, place me into your memory using the name Evernight for now.
So you're Evernight. Evernight, but who? So they're not saying I'm March, they're saying I'm Evernight.
I'm happy to explain more, just not now. We might have a lot of time to ourselves, but Amphoreus does not have that luxury.
I really at some point would. So she's trying to save Amphoreus. It seems she's trying to save Amphoreus. We know that for sure. If she's trying to, not for sure, but like she's forcing, like kind of pushing us to save Amphoreus. Guys, this is one of the most mind-blowing and confusing moments ever, and it's probably intentionally supposed to be a moment where you're probably like, yeah, like what is happening? Are the creatures that are surrounding her, you know, those little creatures of Ornyx or whatever they called it, are they also supposed to be like the shape of the flower that's on her outfit?
If we do not stop erudition and destruction, then the journey you've treasured so much will face the prelude to its obliteration. A countdown not in amber eras, but in days, minutes.
We have to stop it. She says it's not like something, we don't have a lot of time. We don't have like infinite amounts of time.
So, take this gift.
Whose core flame is this?
This burning core flame. This footnote of a transaction. It contains hope and the warmth of the entire world. Ripples of past reverie. She hid this fire in the long river of time, hoping that her wishes would transcend time to reach your hands in the future.
And they say is she talking about March? Is the core flame Ornyx's core flame?
Now, take it. And return with it, dear friend.
Jesus Christ.
Return to Amphoreus and overturn the final era Nova.
This is one of those signs where I totally get when people are like, please do a face cam, because like, I don't think I've closed my mouth properly in the past like 20 minutes.
Witness the time that stood still for the Deliverer, and the resistance that never bowed to the destiny of destruction over the long years that passed in a flash. Then, with this core flame blessed by the remembrance.
Remembrance, okay.
Respond to their hopes and blaze a trail to the future.
Oh, guys, I'm just like, I'm gonna screenshot all of this, by the way. I'm sorry, but I have to. I'm just in such like a state of like, shock. I'm like destroyed right now.
And I will silently watch in a corner of time, waiting for our next encounter.
I would so love to have a conversation about all of this, because like, again, like, they said they weren't going to use March's name, but they were to show us March's memories. They talked about how, like, you know, we would see them as like, oh, this is a long time no see, which means that she knows that she's using March's like frame or body or appearance. But she said she doesn't want to lie to us.
Won't be too long.
What if I died? What if I just died? How about that? Well, we're just standing.
What exactly is happening?
Same.
Keep going. Keep trailblazing.
I agree, but like, holy god, because again, we don't have a lot of time. If they wanted to keep this mysterious, which they are keeping a little bit mysterious on like the full explanation of what is happening here, the best way they did it is I have a time limit on this thing, because we have to go.
For Amphoreus. For you. And for the March 7th in your memory.
Do you think she actually is, like, maybe it's what Black Song was saying before, like her memories were going to be erased, or what was it, like something you said something about that as well? So March 7th is in trouble as well.
Forth.
Holy, I thought we were getting a reunion with us and our best friend, but it became something even crazier. Why not? Why not? This is so cool. Here we go. Can I... What are we...
Is this... Akima?
What just freaking happened? Oh my god, is this already when the destruction is like...
No one's here. And the dawn device is off.
The dawn device is already off. Have we been dropped into that situation where things were like horrific? Already? Time has passed by really, really far here.
Am I too
No,
late?
there's no way that that Evernight person would never like drop us into a place if she thought we couldn't do it, right? She seems so sure of herself. The anchor. Do you think Ceridra left this here? Or is Ceridra even around now? Like in this era, it's the world bearing, so it's Kepeles. It's Kepeles, the world bearing time Kepeles' fallen soul, yet seemingly forgotten foreign forces tampered with them, making divinity different from that one of the past cycle. The core flame waits the rightful return, through which the final deliverer shall forge a new era nova. I think it's smart to end this episode here.
Nice.
I feel like, you know, we need to be prepared for every bit of information that's going forward. As I said, I'm going to be definitely taking my time with all these stories as well. Holy freaking hell. I mean, and Honkai Star was so efficient with this stuff. Pause and save.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Is that a stain?
They're so nice
I like this
when it comes to that stuff. I in fact, like, I want to just quickly, as I'm like, and maybe this is just self-soothing in a way that, like, I don't want to talk about all this right now. I do want to talk about it, but I need a second, so I'm trying to, like, you know, in my mind, I'm starting to talk about, like, praising Honkai Star Rail. I love that they give me so many avenues to, like, make this game very much easier for myself. Holy freaking hell, man. I just need a second. Let me go on a lap or something. I'm just going on a lap. Maybe if I see Kafka running, it might be easier for me for a second. Go for a little lap. No, let's make Sample run. Kafka shouldn't be running around the place. Kafka needs to take a break. Run, Sample, run! Run for your responsibilities. Someone just told you to tell the truth, Sample, run! Okay. But it might even be like just a special episode or something like that. Let's take some achievements here. Me avoiding thinking at all. Doing something I rarely ever do. Yeah, I'll take these. Yeah. Very cool. Okay. Oh, I got mail. Okay. Very cool. Oh, Nameless Honor? That's not it. Nameless Honor? Okay. Yes, of course. I'll claim all that stuff as well if it's no problem as with you as well. Let's see what else we can do here. No, we gotta like face up to this situation at some stage. We gotta. Grump. But he might be he can't do it facial expressions during this. I want to see Lucas' expressions. Calvin, stop avoiding. No, I'm not avoiding nothing. He's shy. He's gentle. He's surprised. He's confused. He's grumpy. He's relaxed. Shy's the cutest. Okay, let's go. Bashful Luca. You know what I mean? Bashful Luca. This was insane. If you guys want to see these videos, no, we can't end the video there. We can't. This is insane. How are you guys? Let's try go bit by bit here. right? Just so we can, like, really ascertain everything that's going on here. We went to a party at the Grove, right? And it already, if this was the only scene we saw in this whole episode, it would have been, like, very satisfactory. We went to a party in the Grove, where basically this whole plan was being enacted all at once, in this incredibly, like, well thought out scene here, where Saridra and Hysilens forged this kind of party here to kind of, like, test the sincerity of both our characters and also Lygus' character at the same time too. So my view of what happened is, and maybe, like, you guys can, like, maybe correct some stuff here as well, it's always okay. But my view was, or, like, even give your counter view to what happened. My view of what happened is it's Saridra planned to test our sincerity by using the power of the ocean thing that Hysilens has to have us go on this, like, covert mission to help Hysilens, right? And since we did our job and helped Hysilens, it proves that we are, like, at least somewhat sincere, right, in that situation. Not only that, but we gave up the anchor to Saridra as well in this situation too, and showing trust to her. And we've shown trust throughout this whole situation here as well, while Lygus kind of, like, showed a lot of insincerity, lying about Stell, not giving the full answers about, like, you know, or not even lying, but, like, giving it is lying. Let's be honest, it is lying. But not lying about Stell and, like, you know, kind of, like, you know, talking about stuff, like, through the lens of, like, of what would make, in a way, flattering Saridra in a way that makes her feel like, you know, she would want to do something. Because, like, the difference is, like, on the side of Stell, when she was giving her speech to Saridra, Stell's speech was about, like, hey, this is the truth, this is what we have to do, and if you don't, I will break you apart, right? Whereas Lygus's whole thing was, every time he got questioned, what did he do? Pivoted. What I meant to say was, right? Because he to me is like a person who doesn't have, like, in any kind of social situation, I imagine he's the type of person that adapts his personality depending on the person he is dealing with. And I'm not talking, because sometimes we have to, like, change how we deal with different people because different people are different, but I'm talking the way that he, like, changes his whole, like, idea of, like, how he speaks and how he thinks. And I think in that moment, the moment that decided, like, yeah, we are sincere and Lygus isn't, is Lygus trying to flatter Saridra and tell her she's going to be this great conqueror, whilst on our side we say we're going to beat you with a bat, right? I think Saridra saw that and was like, okay, these guys are kind of like the sincere ones. You know what I mean? It's like this very different, unique thing here. And this was to test our sincerity. And not only that, but Lygus kind of, I think, realized as well what was going on here too, because he was kind of like, I think he probably saw through the thing in some ways, because he's not stupid or anything like that as well, but as soon as she said, I'm going to imprison you guys, she was going to keep us safe from Lygus so Lygus could not touch us, because I think she realized as well that Stell is needed here. And if Lygus can get Stell out of the way, that means that Stell is going to be safe, which means that there is a way to stop Lygus, right? Stell is, like, the key to, like, stopping Lygus in that sense. The moment then, obviously, when Lygus then sent us to, I forget how you pronounce the name, but it was, like, his kind of prison where he has to watch over the door so he can get Stell out of the way. It showed, like, this, like, very big arrogance and true power that he has, but at the same time, too, it showed his faults, too. And I love that Saridra was able to figure this out, because, again, in the last episode, like, we're not going to, like, I'll always, like, say what I'm wrong and I'll always say what I'm right, too. I don't care. And in that moment, it wasn't that I was right. It was just that I kind of, like, the way they were writing Saridra's character, it definitely seemed like she wasn't picking either side. She kind of was very vague about her wording. I will go beyond the stars. Even the stuff she said to Stell sounded like she was like, hey, you can be my subjects, but it wasn't sounding like she was, like, accepting it fully, right? It was like she was kind of keeping both on the leash here. And then I also said last episode, I hope that she can see through Lygus's bullcrap, which I think, again, she can. And that's the thing, it's not like a praise for this, like, you know, tyrant or whatever in that sense. What it is more of a case of is, like, us being like, her character makes sense. Like, even in that moment as well, like, obviously, like, she wants to, like, you know, defend Amphoreus, because if Amphoreus is gone and everyone dies here and the whole world dies, there's nothing to conquer, right? There's nothing to have your name staked throughout history. So, like, I think she kind of realized in that moment, it's like, okay, this guy is not the guy to follow here. And yeah, he sent us to this other world where basically, like, we would be out of the way. And then at that point, we saw Saridra with the anchor, which brought forth both Herta and brought forth Strulam as well, who claimed, Saridra, you are our ally, right? And we're here to help you in this situation. They even called Lygus a Genius Society member, right? And I think that's what they called him, right? I think I actually went back and took a screenshot of this exact thing here because I was like in between it because I usually pause to resync sometimes. They're talking about his past achievements. So, like, are they saying that he actually wasn't derived or created by a Genius Society member? Maybe he was a Genius Society member himself? In this really incredible moment, Saridris kind of, like, brings forth Screwlum and Herta, and they both kind of, like, talk about Lygus as if he was, like, someone who had, like, great past achievements within the Genius Society, but I'm not sure exactly what the context of that is. It sounded like they weren't saying that he wasn't just, like, created by someone in the Genius Society. It sounds like they're saying that he, like, was... in fact, possibly a part of the Genius Society in some ways, right? Because the way they phrased it, right, the past achievements as well, like, and stuff like this, I don't know, it just seemed like it's more than just, like, someone who was, like, it seems to be more than just someone who was, like, created by someone in the Genius Society, but then again, I could be wrong with that as well. And there's, like, this big, great standoff here, where both sides, again, it was just an amazing scene. It was an absolutely amazing scene. Screwlum basically said that they have the power of it sounded like he said he has the power of the Law Titan, and I think maybe they made a deal maybe with Saridra that they would have the power of the Law Titan. It's only a matter of time that they can rewrite the protocol within Amphoreus. And then even Herta said, like, you know, you burned so many bridges at this stage, like, do you think you're actually going to be able to complete the Aeronova? Because how is he supposed to get all the Crisis Heirs on board to complete the Aeronova now when he's burned so many bridges? And he kind of, like, snapped back by saying, like, if I, like, start destroying this whole entire world and the only thing you can do to fight against me is get those core flames, you think they'll do it then? He's talking about how he has multiple different ways of actually destroying, of getting people to do this and getting people to use the core flames or chase the core flames, because he needs them obviously to, like, complete the Aeronova, right? So I do think there is, like, an element where he's saying, like, I have, like, multiple different ways I can make people do this, right? This whole scene started as well with a great line too that I actually, like, really adored, which is Saridra saying, like, I won't let my pride, like, blind me. And I think with the way she's talking about that is, like, because she's a character that is so, like, maybe prideful sometimes and maybe has, like, such ambition, there's probably, like, a little bit of element to her that we see that is kind of like you think maybe she wouldn't accept help. But in this sense, it seems like she definitely did make a deal with Screwlum and Herta. And they mentioned before that she probably knew about these secret conversations anyway, right? 110%. She probably knew about these conversations with Herta and all that because she has eyes everywhere. So she swallowed her own pride and got, like, help from the Genius Society members, which again is a great way of, like, showcasing, I guess, as well the layered character that is Saridra. This character who is, like, a tyrant to her people. A lot of people hate her. She's very warmongering. She likes to conquer. But when we thought she was blinded by ambition, maybe she still is, like, but, like, here she proved that she, like, was able to see past her own ambition. She also proved as well that, like, again, she can ask for help if needs be too and join alliances here with, like, Screwlum and Herta and Herta as well, which is two great allies to have on your side. Really fantastic scenes here. Like, from the point of, like, just even the party scene was, like, so tense, and the way we were listening into all the conversations was so well done. The way we had Lygus talking about, like, what he wants to do with the Black Tide and the stuff with Iron Tomb and how he's going to use Saridra to get his whole plan off the ground. The stuff with, like, Hysilens blocking or trying to stop Lygus and him, like, blocking the sword with his two fingers. This showing up with Screwlum and Herta. The anger and vitriol you could hear in Screwlum's voice. Like, there's so many things here that were just so well done that, like if the whole episode ended there, I would have been like, grand. Like, that's fantastic, right? What an amazing thing you pulled off here, Amphoreus. Another incredible scene, another fantastic moment. I'm not going to say anything bad about it ever, right? It's incredible. It was absolutely incredible. And I think the crux of the whole scene is that, like, yes, Lygus was caught out by Saridra. Yes, we now have Screwlum and Herta on the side of Saridra, and they have the anchor, and they also have the core flame as well. But Lygus, as he said, he has multiple different ways of making his way to bringing Iron Tomb forth. And he even said it's like it's destined to happen. It's supposed to happen. And that's probably why he got... I know we know it's why he got rid of Stell, is because Stell is that unknown variable that could stop it from happening, right? And he makes sure he gets her out of there, because if he can, then that means that it all can go to, like, according to, like, fate, right? That idea of fate. Incredible scene. Absolutely fantastic scene. From start to finish. So great. So great. We then had Stell in Examoth, And in this scene here, Lygus once again talks to her, and Lygus here in Examoth explains to us, like, I guess his, like, perspective on, like, why he's doing what he's doing. And from my perspective of what he's doing on his perspective, it sounds like he is saying that he wants to, and maybe, this is, like, maybe a little bit of misinterpretation, but, like, he wants to, return to a time when knowledge was, like, infinite, when Noose, he sees Noose and the Arudition as like an accident, right? As this like thing that shouldn't have happened in this world, because he feels like it's only like available to the elite, it seems. Whereas before Noose, knowledge felt infinite and it felt like so expansive and it was so available to other people. He even said that when he was answering questions for us, he felt like he was back in his youth because it was like, again, this expansion of knowledge. So he wants to use Iron Tomb to right the wrong he sees in the Arudition and Noose. And we knew he already wanted to destroy the Arudition, but now I guess like in his mind, it's like this thing that's like been a long time grudge and a long time coming. Of what he wants to destroy here. He also said to us as well that he has to fix us. We're the mistake as well in this world. And we caused a mistake. So that's why he's getting us out of the way, by the way, because every time we're there, we cause another quote-unquote mistake for him. We have constantly all the time changed fate in a way like that only he can really do. And that's what's so interesting about it as well, is that like he tries to like continually change the world and change fate, and we're always there like standing there smiling with our tongue out like going na 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 na. That's Stell, right? All the time. So again, him removing Stell was so he could like enact this plan 110%. We talked to Herta then afterwards, who does this kind of like viral attack into this like machine, and is only able to stay there for a while. And again, she reminds us of something that's absolutely terrifying, is that time is different here. So time is going to pass by in a way more extreme fashion outside this world than it is like when we were inside this world. But she also tells us that there is like something in here that's trying to reach us. These paths that we can maybe use to find a way out of here and to help Amphoreus. And we then have this like amazing scene after this too, where we get to like go back and like talk about all the different eons that have gazed upon us, whether it be Nanook or the stuff with Shipe and all that stuff as well. Like, it was so interesting going back and reminiscing about this stuff and hearing Stell talk about this. But in the end, like, the one that made the most sense was Fuli. Because Fuli not only, like, gazed upon us, but, like, it feels like Fuli had, like, an idea for us, right? Fuli wanted us to be in this place for a while. Like, Fuli did gaze upon us. And I think it is one of those things as well with Fuli's, like, they obviously, like, it was a thing like where we were brought out of there by those paths, but I don't think that's our ultimate goal, because I think those like 3 guys that brought us out of there were not like the ones who actually brought us out there. It was the little creatures that were with the Evernight that brought us out of there. So obviously it's a different meaning for what they wanted to do as well, because again, they were like, hey, we can just repair. Remember when we did get pulled out of this world, these like March 7ths were waiting for us, and they're like, we can just repair the world if it's destroyed anyway. So it sounds like it was trying to take us to one side versus the other. But we were kind of like saved, I guess, in a way from like, because I was like, okay, I guess we can go with this path, you know, because it's like, I guess we were gazed upon by Fuli, but in reality there was something else waiting for us here, and that was this vision of March 7th, known as the Evernight, which is absolutely insane. The insane aspects about this, obviously, are that when we first arrived here in this world where March was, I was so excited. I was so happy. I was crying tears of joy and all this stuff as well. And then you slowly realize, not even slowly, I feel like it was like on this thing is like, oh, they tricking us? And I was like, yeah, they're tricking us. Which feels horrible. But again, the game's intention sometimes is to make the world feel very warped and weird. And it's not going to be always the most fun thing in the world to experience. It's not about making us happy or anything all the time as well. And they revealed to us like this thing that they said that they were basically going against the idea of the enemy of Arudition. But again, it's kind of like what they did with March. It was kind of making us feel what we wanted to hear in a way. And they said like, hey, as I said, if the world gets destroyed by this beast, this demon, this destruction, we can just repair it in the end anyway. So it's kind of like, again, trying to buy our allegiance in some way too. But that's when this appearance of the Evernight happened, which was one of the most insane, fantastic, incredible, absolutely over-the-top moments in all of Amphoreus. Sorry, move the camera there. It's mind-blowing, because I think it's not one of those moments that makes you go like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like crazy, right? It's more of a moment that really like stops you in your tracks and makes you kind of like clench up a bit. I was watching this happen, and like, it's you know what it says? Like, it's like that line from that anime I like, which is like, everything in my mind is telling me it's you, but is it you? You know what I mean? Everything in my mind is like going to, that's March, right? Even though she had a black outfit, right? Even though she had the red and the black on her as well, and the umbrella, everything else is like, that's March, right? You saw the face, this face shape, the hair, everything was like, that's March. Apart from like obviously personality and stuff like that too. But you know what I mean? It's just like your brain goes, that's March, but there's something else there, right? I think it's such an interesting way they did that, because they knew like people were probably gonna be like, what the hell is happening? Unless it was in a trailer, you know, you never know with Honkai Star Rail. With Honkai Star Rail trailers, they would have just shown like this whole cutscene. But yeah, like a really like fantastic feeling of confusion, right? Just a really fantastic feeling of confusion that honestly was really, really, really powerfully done. Because they knew we were going to be like, what the hell is happening? They knew it was going to be what the hell is happening. And it was such an incredible, insane scene as well. And this vision of the Evernight that showed, I say vision of March, but it's like this Evernight that showed up to us is supposed to evoke March, right? It's supposed to evoke the feelings of March 7th. And even later on, she talked about how, like, you know, we need to save March 7th, as well as Amphoreus and all this stuff too. But she said something so interesting when she first arrived, which was like, "This for you, this is a long time no see." So she's fully aware, like, yeah, this is Stell who's friends with March. She then shows us all the memories of March as well. She's able to show us everything, which again, if it's on the path of remembrance, I wonder if it is one of those situations as well where it's like, the stuff with Fuli and all this stuff too, where like she's able to like maybe access those memories from within this vessel she has as well. Because again, I don't know what it is, if it's a vessel, if it's March transformed. I saw it as March just because it was one of those situations where like she was talking a long time no see, but then she said, "I won't lie to you afterwards," which is an interesting phrasing. I won't lie to you, so just call me Evernight. Because I don't think she wants to say directly like, "I am March 7th," right? And I think I took a screenshot of some of the stuff here. Like, this is what she said originally. I went back and took a screenshot of this, guys. You know, you have many questions running around your memories. This is for you. It's probably long time no see. She commanded those little ones, and she then also attracted the other gnats. So I wonder if they're like from the same. Because she said water remembrance can help you return to Amphoreus, because she's also remembrance, it seems, on the path of remembrance. But there's no need for you to do it the way they want you to. There's no need to make you pay any price or make any deal. And then she says for you it's long time to see. So she's saying that like, yeah, like it's like you can do this by remembrance, but you don't have to do it their way. You don't have to pay any price. There's no like deal you have to make here. She says, "My dear Stell, it's long time no see." That tells me this is March, but in like a different form or something. Like to me, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Which is crazy. We say, "Who are you?" And she says, "Hey, just trust me," you know? Or do you need more proof? And again, this is why I think it is like March, but in another form, right? Because look at this. She showed all of the memories we had with March. She says, "My dear Stell, long time no see, just trust me, do you need more proof?" All this stuff to me, it says that either she's like in the vessel of March and has the memories of March, or she has, I don't know what way you'd put it, like, or she has like a very intimate knowledge of March and the journey that Stell has been on too, which again, with the remembrance, it wouldn't be that surprising, but it's just the way she says it, right? "My dear Stell, long time no see." It makes me feel like it is some sort of vessel for this. I don't want to lie to you, which is why I will not use her name, right? Her name. So it's still describing March as someone else. So I wonder that also leads to the idea that it is like maybe like a vessel. I don't know what it is, like if it's March in another form, or if it's March in terms of just like when March's memory started to go, that like her memory started to be like when they started to be erased, like someone else took over that. But the way he says, "I will not use her name," right? That's something important too. The third month of Amphoreus is the month reserved for the Veil of the Evernight. So place me in your memory as the name Evernight for now. So we're going to have to call them Evernight. She wants to explain, which is just not now. We have to stop the erudition and destruction. The journey you've treasured so much will face the prelude to its obliteration. A countdown in amber years. She's saying it's going to be right now, in days, in minutes and seconds. You have so limited time, so take this gift. She gives us like Kepeli's core flame, which is huge. The world-bearing core flame. And she said she hid it along the river of time, hoping that her wishes would transcend time and reach her hands in the future. At first, I thought she was saying March here. Could she also mean Cyrene? Because she took Cyrene along with her too. She could mean Cyrene also. And now take it and return it, dear Stell. Return to Amphoreus and overturn the final Aranova. So she has full faith that we're going to overturn this Aranova. When is the time that stood still for the deliverer and the resistance that never bowed to the destiny, destruction, over the last years passed in a flash? Then, with this core flame blessed by the remembrance, respond to their hopes and blaze a trail to the future. I think I might have gotten it mixed up. No, because like she says, the journey you've treasured as well. Yeah. So she's saying March and everyone as well, right? 110%, yeah. She's saying, hey, take this core flame, return to Amphoreus, stop this from happening again, and stop the Aranova from happening, and stop the Erudition, and stop the destruction as well. This person left this core flame from you, which I think is Cyrene. Return to Amphoreus. When is the time that stood still for the deliverer, as a resistance never bowed to destiny destruction over the long years that passed in the flash? Then with this core flame blessed by the remembrance, respond to their hopes and blaze a trail for the future. So we are like almost like what Anaxagoras wanted as well in the way, which is like, to change this cycle. Blaze a trail for the future, trailblaze. Show the trailblaze truly here. With this core flame that's blessed. It's Kepley's core flame blessed by Fuli, it seems. The remembrance itself. Or at least the path of Fuli. If this person is a path strider maybe as well, because he said the paths are what was influencing this world as well, so I wonder if that's the case too. Yeah. Overturn the final Aranova. Yeah, so what we're getting from this is that this person that's called Evernight has the appearance of March, showed up before us, had all of March's memories, called us Dear Stell, gave us the core flame of this world-bearing titan. Someone passed this core flame on to us, told us to return to Amphoreus and stop the Aranova from happening. And is blessed with the power, it seems, of the remembrance as well, this core flame, to stop this destruction from happening and stop the Erudition as well, and trailblaze something forward. That's what she wants from us. We didn't get a full explanation of who she was, intentionally so. We didn't get a full explanation of all this whatsoever, and which I think is probably better off, because then we can actually have something to look forward to in terms of a mystery or whatever. But all in all, this was an incredibly fantastic sequence of events. I really think that from start to finish of this episode for me, it was just holy crap, these could all have just been their own self-contained episodes for me, and I would have still had the way I describe it is make a thumbnail for what the episode is, right? I feel there's 3 different thumbnails you could pick here, but obviously we know what we're going to pick here. You know what it is here, this freaking entity or whatever of the Evernight, which again, I'm not leaning towards either side because I want more of an explanation down the line, but obviously we can't do it now because obviously there's so much urgency, which again, they've done the urgency so well in this whole scene too. As soon as we entered that other place, the Examith or whatever, the urgency became even more, where it was you guys have to go, the time is limited outside, days, not months, not eras, months and days that's left. And as we arrived there, we were already in the time where the Dawn device fell. So we're already in an era where things were already effed up. So we're already showcasing the urgency that is taking place here, and how absolutely crazy it already is, and how much limited time we have. We were there for just a few moments, and already this is already descending into chaos. Which is why, again, it makes so much sense in terms of writing to have the Evernight be go, instead of having this full explanation of what we're doing here, instead of her to giving us a full, 10-paragraph explanation, which again, we love those as well because it gives us a lot of information. But in this sense, it made perfect sense that they didn't reveal everything, because they're yeah, you need to go right now. This isn't a thing where you can just wait around and hope and pray that March is going to be okay and everyone's going to be okay. I think I might have mixed up maybe the other 4 saying that March is something of March, and then the other maybe, I don't know. I think it was maybe the 3 Marches that were trying to bring up March to evoke something here as well. But this is just fantastic. I can't express enough how incredible the Lygus and Saridra scenes were. Seeing Saridra stand up to Lygus that was so incredible. Seeing her invoke the Genie Society beside her would look so freaking cool as well. Seeing her swallow her pride and ask for this help. Hysilens jumping into action and trying to stop Lygus, with Lygus almost knocking her away as well with his fingers, which is such an epic moment as well. The fear that we had is Cyrene randomly disappeared, and then also Stell got clapped and then sent to another place as well. The tension in the scenes, and there was comedy there as well, but there was so much tension in the scenes as Lygus watching us to kind of hear us. Does he understand what we're saying? The betrayal, the test that was set up here by Hysilens and Saridra, the absolute tension in the scene when I thought Hysilens was going to be executed as well. I was oh my god, what's happening here? But it all turned out to be so incredible. And as I said, they did an amazing thing there where they had us realized that this was all a plan before they even said it was a plan. We knew something was up when Hysilens blocked Lygus with her sword, and then Lygus was also like making everyone be disappear as well. This shows that he had a problem with Saridra in some way, and he's revealing his hand to Saridra in some way, and Hysilens is still protecting Saridra. So in that moment, it was like, okay, something's going on here. Really well written in that sense as well. The scenes between Lygus and the Genius Society and Saridra is so like defined in Lygus's power, where he's like, you know, even back against the wall, he's showing like, I'm not actually against the wall. I have 1,000 ways to do this. I've observed this entire world. And again, that's why he strikes so much fear. Even though he's annoying as heck, he strikes so much fear into my heart, because it's like, he's one of those characters that you can't trust to be anywhere. He's everywhere, he's nowhere. You don't know what he's going to do next. And he has so many things up his sleeve that even when he's faced with Herta, Skrullum, and Saridra, and Hysilens, that's how much of a powerful villain he is, that I'm still in that moment thinking, I hope these characters are going to be okay. Right? Isn't that insane? Like, that even in those moments, you still feel that way as well. But yeah, really great scene. The voice actor for Lygus is so good at, like, obviously being annoying sometimes, but really good at expressing this, like, vitriol and, like, disgust in other people as well. He does a really good job of that, too. Really fantastic stuff. The stuff with Examoth, you really saw, again, a different side to Lygus as well, where Lygus was, like, you know, talking about what his hatred towards, like, Noose and the Arudition and all this stuff. And it really is like the most human Lygus has ever been, because he's there, like, you know, trying to tear apart this thing in his mind and, like, trying to convince us how horrible it is. I'm not convinced because he doesn't care, because he's, like, trying to keep us separate. But you can hear the vitriol, the anger, the hatred. It's one of those moments where rare moments from Lygus where you're like, oh, that's you. That's actually you. It's not this, like, person who's trying to, like, trick people all the time. That's actually very much you. And then, of course, the scene with the Evernight and Suffocus as well was mind-blowing and still shocking in my mind when I'm thinking about it right now. We have to see what's happening going forward. The thing is with the Evernight stuff, guys, just to put a pin in all this, I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but I know it's the same for a lot of people in my audience. March is a character that means the world to me. Dan Heng is a character that means the world to me. They all mean the absolute world to me. So the fact that we have this situation where, like, this character that shows up that has the appearance of March, to me is an intentional way of, like, making me feel crazy. Right, making us feel so confused and have these different emotions. As I said, there's that feeling of I'm looking at this character and I want to be like March, but at the same time too, it's like it's not coming out of my mouth because I'm like, I did say March, but I'm saying spiritually, it's like I can't fully commit to being March. You know what I mean? Because of what I'm looking at here. It's our friend, but it's not our friend. Everything in my mind is telling me that is March, but it's not, you know, like, but it is, but it could be this, it could be that. Like, there's so many things that are, like, mysterious about this situation, and it's playing on the emotions of the love I have for March, because not only did they do that with the whole 3 different Marches that appear with the whole idea with the Garden of Remembrance or whatever, and then also the a Recollection, and then also the stuff with the Evernight, like, it plays on your love for a character, and then also makes you confused about, like, who this character is and what is happening here, and, like, because again, let's just be real here with what's happening here. We came to Amphoreus. March then started to feel sick. She then was frozen in ice. She started to lose her memories, is what Black Swan was saying, or lose her memories once again. And now another version of March shows up here that is like an alt version, like in Smash Bros, showing up here in this, like, freaking black outfit, talking about all the memories that March has. And again, it'd be silly to think that, like, March doesn't have a pivotal role to play in this story now. We already, like, could suspect that because of all the stuff that's happening with the stuff with the ice. You're not just going to put her in ice and then, like, at the end of Amphoreus be like, okay, let's get the hairdryer. Like, no, it's not that. It's literally just like it was all, like, even though I don't think we said it at the start because, like, it was one of those situations where we didn't know how it was going to come into play. It could be anything. It could be, like, a side story, a future Trailblaze mission. We never know what Honkai Star Rail. But it becomes apparent more and more that, like, March was going to be a big player in this. And I did not expect it was going to be in the form of a character called the Evernight that has her, like, image. But it's a really incredible moment that plays on your emotions and plays on, like, the players' the players' feelings and our prior notions. And again, it's confusing in our mind because we're like, it's supposed to be confusing. It's like showing. You know what it's like. It's like when you bite into it was raining. When you bite into, like, a treat and you're expecting the flavor of, like, milk chocolate and it's dark chocolate. You know what I mean? It's like, ooh, it's like, it's not bad per se, but for a bit there, it's like, it's a confusing taste. And since you weren't expecting it, it feels weird. Even though it's like, I eat dark chocolates, but dark chocolate's fine. But it's like you bite into it and you're like, oh, I was expecting dark chocolate, and for some reason it tastes weird. It tastes so strange because you're expecting something else. We're looking at this image of March. This is technically March, but it's not March, right? It's such a crazy feeling. It's such a crazy, crazy, amazing feeling, guys. I wanted to say as well about the whole Saridra thing. I think the way they've characterized Saridra and Hysilens as like not these perfect characters has been really amazing. I think it's really great to have characters that aren't like, you know, pristine and proper and always like really moral. Even in this situation, it wasn't about what's right or what's wrong really in this situation. It was more just like a case of just like, you are going against what I actually want in this situation. Stell is more in tune to what I might actually want. I don't want to work with you, Lygus. It wasn't like this whole thing where it didn't seem Saridra was like, I'm going to save the whole entire world. But it is a situation where like she's kind of smart in a way. If she wants to conquer worlds and conquer things, like she's not going to be able to conquer everything if everything's destroyed. You know what I mean? If everything's gone, she's not going to be able to conquer anything. So I really love the aspects that it's not like Saridra being like, I'm going to give you all a favor because I'm the loveliest person in the world. It's Saridra being like, this also, Lygus goes against my interests. And that to me, like, and Hysilens as well. Hysilens isn't like all of a sudden become this like massive, like gigantic hero where it's like, I saved the day against like Lygus. She did this obviously to protect Saridra and to carry out this plan as well. And again, I'm not saying I don't like these characters because Hysilens is one of the coolest characters we've ever met and Saridra such an interesting character too. It's a situation where like, I'm glad that Amphoreus is like writing these complicated characters that aren't just like these super heroic people, but they're like these characters that you're kind of like, there's something, you know, they're not like white, like knight, babyface, you know, the hero all dressed in blue, all this stuff as well. They're characters that have their own wants and desires, and that influences decisions along with other decisions, maybe to help people or to save people. And that's not just Amphoreus. We've seen that with like, you know, adventuring, right? He's not a character that's like just fully like clean and pristine character. He has layers to him, and I love that Honkai Star Rail does this. You have characters that just want to help people, but even those characters have layers to them too. I just love that we have characters that are also just like, hey, I have my own desires, and they align with this as well. I trust Stell more because those desires are going to be met. It's not that I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to turn over a new leaf and I'm never going to execute anyone ever again. You know, it's not that situation whatsoever. It's really well written characters, honestly. If you guys want to see these videos early, these videos are €1 or whatever it is in your currency on YouTube members on Patreon, and that is usually like, you know, with Honkai Star Rail, it's usually like 2 days early, sometimes 3 days early, depending on the time. But you can see those videos early. If you want your name going across in the text credits, that's €10 or whatever it is in your currency. And that's for every video as well. And if you want your name read out at the end of every single video, that is €15 or whatever it is in your currency. And of course, there's other perks along with those as well. I never say as well, but like there's perks like, you know, you get a personal message on the €10 and the €15 tier of a personal thank you every single month. And stuff like that. Yeah, so there is other things that are involved with it too. But yeah, I want to say thank you so much to my patrons, first of all. That being Typharo 2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Liam, Hikesperian, Jared Beanham, Neo Showerite, Leah 200, Malcolm Kunde, and at the highest tier of my YouTube members, Royal Gamer 7, Blasco, and Lusanagi. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.